you're still glowing, flirting.
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai, the number one Hyundai store in the nation. Just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monsters and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. It's game week for the Miami Hurricanes, who host Notre Dame on Sunday night in a top 10 matchup to open up the season. Sunday's game kicks at 7:30 from Hard Rock. It can be heard right here on 104.3 WQAM with our countdown to kickoff beginning at 3. And the Marlins, who avoided the sweep, beating the Blue Jays 5-3. Next up, Miami hosts Atlanta for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. The Joe Rose Show begins now.
Well, after months and months of talking about it, it's here. Notre Dame, University of Miami kickoff Sunday night game for the University of Miami, and they are jumping in some big territory trying to figure out a way to beat this Notre Dame team. Obviously, one of the best teams in the country, went to the national championship game a year ago. And speaking of that, I mean, if you're going to kick it off, you might as well have the coach on. Mario Cristobal is going to join us here in this early 6 o'clock hour to go through it a little bit. And there's something else going on right now. Preseason is over, so now the cuts will officially start. I'm guessing some of them today, and then the rest of them for sure by tomorrow at 4 o'clock, because that's a cut down date where everybody in the NFL has to be at 53, and that won't be it. Practice squad, 16 players on a practice squad will happen over the next few days after that, Wednesday and Thursday. So a lot of stuff, and you see all of our writers have put together their projected 53-man roster, trying to figure that one out. And so good luck trying to figure that out around guys that are injured and which guys are going to start the year out, and how many will they wait to bring back. And then on top of that, there's some guys that will be surprises that you won't expect. And there's a lot of good stories, and we'll get into all of them. And of course, so between putting this roster together and Notre Dame, University of Miami, we got a lot of stuff going on. Our high school football, all those national games did not go so well, folks. Did not go so well. The Big Four, the 4 top teams ranked in the top 11 in the country in some of the polls. 3 of them ended up losing over the weekend. And the one that did win was American Heritage Plantation, who was down 28-0, came back, scored 31 points in the second half. So Mike Smith and the guys at American Heritage Plantation find a way to come back against St. Joseph's Prep to get the win. Not so good for everybody else, although St. Thomas Aquinas, against the number one team in the country, made a nice comeback in the second half, but came up short in that one, and Chaminade got kicked around and physically dominated. Not used to seeing that. Not used to seeing that at all. And then Northwestern, maybe the biggest surprise for me, they lose to a team from Southern California as well. And I think that kind of surprised everybody a little bit. Orange Lutheran in California. So the LA schools were not very nice to us coming back here. That game, by the way, was at Trask Powell. All right, so we do have a lot of stuff we're going to be getting to, matchups and everything with Mario Cristobal coming up here. We'll be talking to the coach here in about 14 or 15 minutes from now. Notre Dame, if you're not familiar with them, they've got, a lot of people believe, the best running back in the country, Jeremiah Love, who's about 6 feet, 212, can run it, can catch it, and they think is a mismatch for the, University of Miami is going to have trouble trying to figure that one out. They also named C.J. Carr the starting quarterback, who throws it a lot better than the run-first quarterback they had a year ago, and they've still got that big offensive line. Look at that. They're in pretty good shape. They got a really good secondary. Is going to be an interesting one. So we'll get into all this stuff with the coach and trying to figure out their tackles they like a lot, and Bain and Mesidor considered to be one of the strengths of this team. How will they do in that matchup on national TV? So a lot of great stuff to go on and see how they play, because I believe they're jumping in. I don't think Florida's going to be an easy game. Don't get me wrong. Florida's got really good football team too. But I believe they're playing their toughest team on their 12-game schedule in week 1 with Notre Dame. Obviously, so does everybody else by where they're ranked right now. And they got a tough little schedule as well. They but it should be great. Listen, Notre Dame, Miami, I wish we could do it every year. I do. So many great memories of it. I know a lot of the great memories were in Miami was the number 1 or number 2 team in the country, and whether they got screwed on a last-second play going into the end zone, whether it was a fumble, whether it should have been down, all those things that happened in Notre Dame, and the ass kickings Miami put on Notre Dame here, and all the different things that happened to really, the convicts versus the Catholics and all that stuff that has taken place to make for some great documentaries, to be honest. I don't know how many times I can tell you I've seen those damn things. It's been a few times. So we have all that stuff, and then we have all the good and the bad and the great stories, and what's this thing going to look like as the Dolphins will have this week off to get all their business done and figure out the 53-man roster and the practice squad, which is also very, very important. And then it's time to focus on the Colts. And Daniel Jones, who's been named the starting quarterback for week 1 against the Miami Dolphins on the road, of course. Dolphins will be heading up to Indianapolis for that game. But I'll tell you what, the best story, like I said the other night, the best story is the 5 players ready to start or take a lot of snaps in week 1. I can't remember the last time we talked about potentially 5 draft picks either starting or going to play a lot. And that 5th guy, for me, has been a hell of a story. Now, listen, I know this has been a big topic, and we're going to have Omar Kelly on a little bit later in the show about if you're the best guy, why aren't you getting a chance to move up? And I think the one thing in the NFL, you got to be patient, and you got to make sure you see it every day, and there's things we don't see that coaches do see to give them, to be fair, like they're not running a popularity contest back there. Listen, coaches do fall in love with guys. Don't get me wrong, but they also know when they got in this business, it can be cold, and it's about the best guys got to play. I still believe that. Some of you don't believe that. I do, because if you don't play your best players, you're going to lose your jobs. It's about winning games, and if you don't believe that, you can look at all the different schools and colleges and NFL jobs a lot of coaches have end up in their career. And a lot of them aren't by choice. A lot of them are because you've been fired from your last job. They're going to play the best guys is my point. But I think this great story is Ollie Gordon II. I've been a little slow on bringing him around. I have. But after that last game, where there wasn't a lot of good things to talk about with the number one offense, to be honest, but Ollie Gordon's running his ass off, and he did something else. He got a little banged up. He got hit going up the middle, high and low, took a shot. You could hear it. You could hear him. It hurt. It hurt. And he limped off, went over to the side for about 5 seconds, turned around and said, put me friggin' back in the game. He knows this is a great opportunity, Jalen Wright. Look at, man, if there's anybody, and I'm never telling a coach who to play or anything else, I don't do that. But I got to tell you, if there's a guy, and I know they love Jalen Wright. I know it. And Jalen Wright still might end up being a big story. And Devon Achane, and those guys are nicked up right now. But there's no reason you can't trust going to play with Ollie Gordon. And there's a whole bunch of different parts of this team that people want to talk about, secondary and offensive line. Ollie Gordon makes you better. He is a physical cat, and so for people, well, one of the things that knocks on him is he can't block. He picked up a blitzer up the middle, released into the guy, knocked him out of the throwing lane so Tua could complete a short pass for a first down. And you go back and look at it, and it's that 225-pound rookie that blocks him off the side so he can make the left-handed throw. He's done everything there is. It's not some surprise. Again, he had 1,700-something yards in 1 year in Oklahoma State. But if there's one guy that has earned some snaps and some carries in week one to complement Devon Achane if he's back, he should get him. He should get him. And if he doesn't play and you're trying to get your running game going and those 3rd and 1s and 3rd and 2s that you've been struggling with, he ought to be the guy getting them. He's a guy, even if somebody meets him at the line, has got a chance to still find a way to get you a couple yards. So I'm pretty sold on that one. And again, there's some other guys. Jason Marshall just bounced inside over the last couple weeks. And he's going to be our nickel guy. Anthony Weaver loves him. Great. Listen, man, when in doubt, go with your young guys. They're only going to get better. You coach them up. They're going to learn what you want. They're fresh. There's nothing but upside. Play them. So that's going to be the story. 2 defensive tackles, a starting guard, a nickel back, and a running back out of a draft class with great potential to only get better for those guys. And then we'll see what happens with Zeke Biggers. Some people don't think he might get released and put on the practice squad. And if you do that, that's a little dangerous because he could get picked up. So do you find room for him? You got some other really good guys. That's all for a little bit later on when we have Omar come on. We've got more stuff to get to here because we are going to jump right back to Notre Dame coming down here Sunday night to play the University of Miami on a Sunday night nationally televised football game, and it is going to be a lot of fun. So we'll get into everything with Coach coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But first, I do want to tell you about your South Florida Chevy dealers. Boy, I'll tell you what, man. Great products. Fantastic. I was with Sharon from the marketing department yesterday, and we were talking about the new SUVs. And I go, man, I got to tell you, I just love my 2025 truck, my Tahoe. It's fantastic. Thank you. The new one, it's got more room. It's incredible. It just keeps getting more and more room, like the Suburbans. But I do want to talk about the midsize, the all-new Equinox, how great it's been, and the electric Equinox, again, just a great look. They've added all this space for family and friends and everybody else to be comfortable. You just can't go wrong. Over to a 2025 Traverse. Again, great look and a lot of space. We just got a SUV that's absolutely perfect for you, that you feel comfortable with driving, and the room and the look is just It's a compliment waiting to happen when you go to your South Florida Chevy dealers. And Silverado trucks, man, we made a custom-made truck that's absolutely perfect for you. Whatever your lifestyle is, we got a Silverado truck for you. Hey, we got 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Fall in love at your South Florida Chevy dealers today with outstanding offers going on right now.
Time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right, thank you so much, Woody, and we're joined. It's game week. It's finally here after months and months and spring football, and everybody knew it was coming. Notre Dame, University of Miami, Sunday night, 7:30. Then I turn over to ESPN. They got all the Notre Dame, University of Miami documentaries on. I like, man, they are just all in on this thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mario Cristobal, head coach of University of Miami, joins us right now. Coach, good morning. I'm guessing you were up early pumping iron this morning.
Good morning, Joe. How we doing, brother?
We're doing great, man. I'm just everybody's thoughts and the matchups and CJ Carr now, and we can finally start to talk about some of these things. So CJ Carr ends up getting the start. They're saying he's a much better passer than what they've had in the past when they just want to run the football. So thoughts on that? Is it still number one about stopping the run when you play against Notre Dame? A lot of people say they have the best running back in the country in Jeremiah Love.
Well, you always got to be able to run the ball and stop the run, right? If you can't do that, then you're going to get gutted. But as to their quarterbacks, they have talented quarterbacks, and we know one's been named a starter and obviously a tremendous amount of talent, and he's bolstered by a massive offensive line. But they have a couple really good quarterbacks in game one. You prepare for everything by just sticking to making sure that your systems and your processes are in place and you're repping them like crazy.
I know you as a former offensive line coach and the way you've recruited big guys, you understand, like everybody, how important the line of scrimmage is. And I'm guessing probably a lot of this outcome will be on the line of scrimmage, right? Offensive and defensive line and who has good games.
Well, I think in big games like this, it always is, right? I mean, there's just, again, it's the trenches are where games are typically determined and momentum is taken, right? And or taken over in the fourth quarter. And they've got a great offensive line. They've got a great defensive line. And we feel we have a great offensive line and a great defensive line. So tremendous opportunity on Sunday night.
Hey, Mario, the other one is a lot of and this kind of surprised me. They talk about Christian Gray and Leonard Moore as the best pair of and best secondary corners in college football. Again, talking about being first-round picks and that type of stuff. Does it change your passing game a little bit just because of lack of experience with certain guys, or is it still how do you treat that when you're putting a game plan together?
Well, I mean, you have to acknowledge good players where they have them, right? I mean, this is a team that played in the national championship and was really a drive away from winning the national championship. And they returned 11 of those starters and kind of, replaced some of the departed ones with starters from other places. So they have great players. I don't think you ever shy away from doing your absolute best game planning and execution with the players that you have. We have trust and confidence in our players, and we're going to go play our best football.
Coach, I know you've got some transfer portal wide receivers, but you got two guys that everybody's been raving about in Josh Moore and Malachi Toney. How have they looked throughout camp, and you see them getting playing time here and being a big part of this thing?
We do. They've had a great camp. Those guys are tremendously talented, and the best part about they're hard workers. Like, they get after it. So when they commit an error, they're on it to get it done right so it never happens again. Guys like JoJo Trader have stepped up and have had a great camp as well. We feel really confident about our wide receivers, Joe.
Hey, so the other one's interesting is they always talk about the big Notre Dame tackles, and I'm thinking, hey, in Bain and Mesidor, this is going to be a fun one to watch, not to mention some of the other talent you have behind those guys. How important Bain and Mesidor from stopping the run as well as also getting after the quarterback?
Well, the entire defense, making sure that you swarm to the football is important. I mean, if you watch the resiliency and the physicality of Notre Dame, they hammered people to the playoffs and through the playoffs, and they did it primarily with the guys up front. And loss also in all that is the fact that they have some big-time playmakers at wide receiver now, and they acquired a couple more, but their current receivers, you see them down the stretch, they're making a lot of plays. And again, just a really, really talented team. So for us, an awesome opportunity.
What's the biggest change besides the transfer portal that you've seen from your secondary? What are some of the things that you really like about some of the new guys that you've added, plus the guys that have coming back?
Well, you see size and length, right? That was one of the biggest things that we added to the secondary, but also legitimate speed, right? Play speed, catch-up speed, guys that could get in and out of, their breaks in a hurry, and guys that they understand the game. They have a good foundation, a good base. And in our defense, I think, with the combination of the system itself with Coach Heatherman and then Coach Etheridge and Harris and Coach Jefferson working with these guys, I think we've changed our secondary. We changed the body types. We've changed schematically, and certainly our style of play. So we expect to be significantly better.
Coach, everybody's raving about Mohamed Toure, a big, strong, physical dude against the run and really helps that front seven. He's been around for a while now. How good has he been?
No, he's a special guy. I mean, he certainly has been through a lot, played at the second level, played at the line of scrimmage, was used in both spots really throughout his time at Rutgers and the scheme there. And he's a big dude. He's a 235, 240-pound guy that he just brings it, man. Tremendous intensity, great leader. Again, coupled with, guys like Wes, Popo, Chase. I mean, young guys like Kellen, Alderman, all these guys have stood up. Kamal Bonner's had a great one. Our linebacking core has certainly taken a step up as well. So we're excited to watch these guys play.
Yeah. Hey, so I got to ask you about the three-headed monster now at running back with Fletcher, Lyle, and Brown, who you've added. Don't know a lot about Brown. Has he lived up to what you thought he'd be so far in practice?
He has. It starts with the fact these guys are awesome human beings. They are hard working guys that it's kind of neat. Their relationship they have is strong. They're all about pushing each other and making each other better. Jealousy has not crept in that room at all. In fact, it's been nothing but just competition and pushing. And I think it's a group that's very mature and realizes that the only way to get the best out of each other and from each other is by competing their butts off.
So I heard this one over the weekend, and I thought, this is legit. So Carson Beck misses spring, so they're saying he's got to get on the same timing. And you got a lot of new guys and different guys coming in from different schools and coming out of high school that never really done a lot of good route running. So Carson's had to get used to everybody. Do you like his timing right now with his guys? Because they got to feel comfortable or they don't want to throw to certain guys. I think you'd agree with that. So how's that going?
Yeah, I think whenever, you assess a situation like that, you're wondering, okay, if he can't go spring, when can he go? Is there enough time to get everybody on the same page? And
right.
We're confident in that timing. And he didn't participate in spring from a throwing aspect, but he was doing all the other stuff, which is also super valuable, Joe. Your protections, your run game, your checks. And then right after, in the month of May, he was already slinging it. So the way we do things, the way our players run their player-led workouts or OTAs, you get a ton of reps, and he's had them. So we feel very confident in what we've accomplished and the direction of our passing.
Coach, what surprised me the most about Carson Beck, and I didn't know, I'm like everybody else, what you hear, and stuff was coming out of Georgia and stuff around college football that's picked up by people from Georgia and stuff, is coming off that injury, how strong his arm is. It's a big-time arm. Did that surprise you or anything else surprise you about Carson Beck when he was finally ready to go?
No, it didn't. I mean, we studied a lot of film, before making, like we do on anybody, before making a decision. That ball comes out fast and it comes out accurate. And, he's a guy he's a big dude, and naturally he's a hard worker. He gets after it. And we felt in this strength conditioning program, we could get him even stronger. So everything has an upward trajectory with him. And again, the best part about him is, his makeup. I mean, he's made of the right stuff. His DNA is ready to roll, man. So he's been a great leader, and certainly we're excited to see him go.
I know during spring you felt like you're onto something with maybe the most balanced team you've had since you've been here, with depth and just able to get it done in every area. Now that we're a week out and now you've gone through spring and a camp with everybody, how do you feel about this group as far as not only starters but key backup players?
Yeah, we're fired up about this group. We've worked hard to put this roster together. I never, put final judgment on a team until the end of the season, but heading into the season, you just love the progress, fired up, enthused, ready to roll with the progress, the pieces that are in place, the systems that have been put in place, some of the changes that we've made. And again, the people have certainly put in a ton of time and effort into advancing our program. So we really do feel strongly and confident about our people.
You brought this up a little bit. You touched on it earlier, and that is you're bringing guys from a transfer portal. You're bringing all these new guys from high school, although most of them were here for spring football, and getting everybody to kind of match in and no jealousy and buy in and compete. And as much as everybody wants to play, and they do, but you can still go, hey, man, you're my guy. Go. That was a good play. How hard is it to get that chemistry in this new world that we live in of transfer portal?
If you pick the wrong guys, it's damn near impossible, quite honestly. But if you pick the right guys and you hammer it every day, and if they could understand the concept that there's not a single individual goal they could accomplish without the rest of the team, if they could swallow and digest that concept, then certainly great things happen. And this is a group that has they've really bought in. Like every year it gets better and better, you know, and this group, again, has taken another step in terms of understanding that. And our coaching staff has done a much better job of teaching that and understanding, again, this is college football now. You sometimes are coaching a one-year team, or at least half of it is a one-year team, right? So it's a lot of progress, Joe.
Hey, yeah, so the other question is, who's a backup quarterback? Have you named one? Where are you right now on that, or is that thing still open going into the last week?
Yeah, it's Emory. Emory's going to be the backup, and Luke is in there competing his butt off. So is Judd. But that's where we're rolling right now.
Yeah. Also, obviously, all that stuff. Hey, so as you get your meetings together and you're preaching to your guys and starting to talk about what it's going to take to win this game, can you share some of that with us? Like things, you know, I mean, this could be the toughest game on the schedule as far as talent that you're going to face on another team. What do you say to your guys a week out, Mario? What's the message right now?
Oh, there's a lot of messaging. Certainly, I mean, 99.9% of it will never come out on the air. And I don't think it should. You know, Joe, it's almost like nowadays things are too intrusive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the football experience is special, and the things that are said and done behind the scenes that will really make it happen. And it's special because it's relegated to that. But I think what we all recognize and know is that it's all about your preparation and understanding the importance of the concept of resiliency and grit, because there's no, on either one of these teams, there's no given. No one's going to tap, right? This thing's going to go, and until they shut off the lights at the stadium, these teams are going to go. So, you know, that being said, prepare with purpose every single day. You know, work your butt off in practice and spend every waking minute you always can, like you do for every game. It's not just one game. You do for every game. You study extra film. You take care of your body. You make sure that in practice, okay, that you are finding a way on every single rep to get better. And that means whether you're a starter, a backup, on the service team, scout team, whatever it may be. So, you know, prepare to the level and to the standard, and everything else takes care of itself.
You know, there's always one thing. We do these radio shows and we never talk about that is so important. You had, if not the best field goal kicker in college football last year, one of the two best for sure. I mean, that kid was just unbelievable. You got two guys out there I saw kicking. How do you feel going into this game about your field goal kicking and kicking overall?
Confidence. They are really good kickers, and they've had a great competition, and we'll figure that out here in the next day or so. And then in the punting game and our long snapper, those guys have been fantastic. I mean, they're professionals. Their approach has been incredible. I mean, you know, you couple the fact with Dylan Joyce has every opportunity he's had to get better and improve his craft he has, and his legs extremely strong. Adam Booker as a long snapper is a weapon because he's explosive, he's fast. And then you look at the returners right now. You know, we're not going to exactly we'll put out there later today who's going to return what, but we feel really good about those guys also.
Mario, thank you, man, and can't wait for Sunday night. It's going to be a lot of fun to be able to talk about this game and get ready to go. So thank you very much for coming on this morning. I appreciate it.
You got it, brother. Go Canes.
All right. Mario Cristobal, Hurricanes head coach, joining us this morning. Talk a little bit about playing Notre Dame, one of the top teams in the country, played in the national championship game a year ago. Has got a lot of dudes back, and also hit the transfer portal a little bit as well. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. A lot more here on a Monday morning to get to.
Miami Sports Leader.
always live on the free Odyssey app.
We've made
Anytime.
All right, welcome back, and good morning to everybody. Thank Mario Cristobal for coming on. It's been a few minutes for us before, you know it, man, it's going to be Sunday night, and we'll be talking about the University of Miami and Notre Dame. And then, of course, great thing about this week is no NFL, week off for the NFL. They got this new thing they started as soon as they went to the extra regular season game, and that is a little more time off. With a week off there, like a bye week for the NFL before they start the following week. And, of course, Miami Dolphins open up against Daniel Jones and the Colts. So I wasn't going to get a lot into the third preseason game. I just, listen, man, we're looking at cuts. You can have your favorite guys and who played well and who didn't. And, hey, they didn't play a bunch of their guys. We kept some of our guys out. They kept most of their guys out of the game. I mean, you saw it. Offense didn't look great first couple of drives, and this is going to happen when they don't have all their key guys. Don't have starting right tackle. Don't have a starting running back. No, there's just a lot of guys out. Tight end and a wide receiver who might be your best player still on this football team, and Tyreek Hill. So anyway, I'm just, was best part of that game, besides watching the draft class, although your first round pick, Kenneth Grant, did not play. He's a little nicked up. I don't think it's bad. Was how the draft picks played. And second of all, nobody really got hurt. Like, it's trying to get to a point where Mike goes to the doctor and the doctor says, hey, I think we're in good shape here for next week to get full practices in and get set to play with what you thought this thing was going to look like when we started. So, but we do have 53-man cut down. That is a fact, and they got to get to 53. I think some decisions are going to be difficult, although I'm sure they've already started talking about it. I'm sure Chris Greer, I am sure, is looking at potential trades out there where he's loaded, hoping he gets some calls on some defensive linemen and some linebackers where they seem to be really, really deep, especially now that you've added Matthew Judon on there as another outside linebacker pass rusher, and you got all those young guys. I think that's really the group we're really curious about and who's going to make this team. I'm got a pretty good idea on the cornerback position. The only thing is Ethan Bonner. I don't know how bad. I don't know if it's a tear in that hamstring. That would change things versus being pulled. And only the team and Ethan and the doctors know for sure. So I don't know about that, but there will be some guys we're going to be surprised that they end up starting the year, won't be on the 53-man roster that you'll probably see later on. Another nice thing I kind of liked about the other day, you got kind of a look at the front seven and some things that they might be able to do with Phillips and Chubb and Chop playing together in some certain situations with that defensive line. I thought, and you got to see him minus Jordan Brooks and Kenneth Grant. Everybody else was that's probably going to play is in there. And kind of show your hand when you start and play a quarter. Your starters on both sides play a quarter that it looks like, and they wanted this to happen. They just want him to play better. Jack Jones will start on one side, Storm Duck on the other, and Jason Marshall will start inside where Anthony Weaver over the last couple of weeks, I don't know what happened. Somebody said, hey, Jason Marshall, he's never done it, but he can play inside. He'll be really good. He's a big physical guy. He'll be a nice addition for the way I'm going to use him. So now I'm really curious to see, and listen, Cam Smith, do they keep him? I don't know. Was healthy enough to play. I guess played well in the second half against the Lions, and I don't know how he played. It's kind of hard to tell in that fourth quarter or third quarter of that game the other night how defensive backs played. But I'm guessing he probably gets the benefit of the doubt to come back and be on the roster. I'm just guessing that's going to happen off, again, potential, even though it's sad that we're still in this situation, not sure about this guy. Now, I'm not talking about team. Team could say all the right and great things about him, but I don't know. But anyway, we've got some really good stories going on, and we'll see what this thing's going to look like. They're not going to switch the quarterback situation. I would be shocked. And again, the only situation that is going to change through competition and what they've seen, and he is throwing it in their face, making that decision tough. And I know coming out of minicamp, they were in love with Jalen Wright. They were pumped. He's a big, fast guy that can run. Probably one of the 4 fastest guys on the team. Jalen Wright is a track guy in college. He can run. But I don't know how. You've seen this and you go back, and I know, well, it's against 2s, it's against 3s, it's not starters. I see a guy at 225 pounds that you drafted that is ready to go. I mean, absolutely. Ollie Gordon looks like he is ready to go. That's what I see with this guy. Just unbelievable talent, runs hard. And Jalen Wright's hurt. Hey, man, part of this thing, too, is, and I know some coaches will tell you don't lose your position because of injury. You know, if it's close and somebody keeps throwing it in your face and making runs and now making blocks on a blitz that is 225 pounds, that's dipping his shoulder and you can hear it and moving piles. These guys, again, sit and watch hours and hours of tape every day as they're evaluating who's 1 and who's 2 and who's 3 and bring in the doctor. And is this guy going to be ready? And is that guy going to be ready? Somebody has got to say, and again, I'm not one of these jumps on preseason, the way a guy plays, and I don't happen to think, Hewer should be the second quarterback. And he's been really good. Don't get me wrong, really good. Good enough to be on the team and have a chance down the road, yes. But this running back situation is a little bit different to me. A little bit different. Now, I don't know what team's going to do. And again, I always say this to guys that decide on the outside that this guy should play ahead of that guy. Look at these coaches. This is what they do for a living, man. They meet, and trust me, they want to play the best guys because they want to win. They want to win games and keep their jobs and keep their careers going in the right direction. And I'm not saying give up on Jalen Wright. I am not saying anything about giving up on Jalen Wright because we're probably going to need him too. We're probably going to need all 3 of these guys. Hell, we might need a 4th guy. We may need to go out and get a 4th guy if they're not crazy about the 2 running backs they brought in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, how do you not at this point go look for a 4th guy, right?
Yeah.
Because the injury thing seems to be pretty bad here. Joey hasn't played 1 week yet, so.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys nicked up, and coach says, what's that thing he says, days to weeks?
Yeah, day to day or week to week, I think is, yeah.
Like, what is that exactly? Like, you're scaring me. Week to week, that could be 2. Day to day, that could be 2. 2 days.
Is that like probable and questionable and doubtful?
Oh, man.
Is that the new school of that?
Yeah, maybe that's what.
Then they get rid of probable now. Now it's just questionable.
Oh, man. We got all kinds of crazy
labels.
Stuff. You with me though that Gordon should be getting some snaps. I mean, his collisions the other night.
I mean, Joe, he could be your week 1 starter theoretically, right?
He could, but I got a feeling. Hey, listen, if Achan's not ready to go, then I don't want to hear coaches getting up in front of the media anymore going, oh, no, he's going to be back for the opener.
You can't sit here with a lot of confidence and say you think he's good to go for week 1.
Well,
I don't know. Like, I mean, what are they going to say? They're not going to rule him out now. Like, you don't want to do that, right?
No.
Because they're obviously very different players.
Well, you
Gordon
also
and Achane, they're much different to game plan for and all that, so you don't want to give up too much, right?
listen. I'm going to play Achane as much as I can without. And again, I'm not a big guy on Achane playing too much. He's still 190 pounds. I'm not pulling a Tyreek Hill on him today, saying he shouldn't do certain things. I don't. Again, but they need to play the two bigger backs for sure. And Wright's a lot bigger. And again, Gordon is a big dude. That's 225-pound guy that really runs hard, and he should get some of these carries, man. After a while, you're going, all right, what else do you need to see? You can't just go around saying, well, he's playing against backups. Hell, the other night, everybody played against backups. That's what they played was their backups.
He may end up starting against the Colts, Joe.
He could.
Very, very possible.
By the way, what a cool story it'd be, man.
It would be.
And
not for the people that drafted Achane in the first round of the fantasy draft.
I get it.
Those people. But.
And he was a high pick, right?
He's a first rounder, but yeah, make sure you pick up, Ollie Gordon as a little handcuff there. But
so I think the whole thing with Achane, it's so funny. I get asked about Tyreek Hill and Achane. I realize it was all fantasy football here in the last couple weeks.
Not a lot of people with faith in Tyreek Hill this year, though, man.
I don't know, man. It's been.
I don't know if it's a combination of he lost a step, if they're concerned about quarterback play
at the game. So the conspiracy theories are out, as you know, with what's going on. I mean, here's a dude that's never hurt, and even when he's hurt, he plays, and all of a sudden, and just dominates camp. And now Tyreek Hill is constantly on the sideline with some minor injury.
Well, the talk of the draft this past weekend was, and these are guys that are not like Dolphins insiders or anything, but they think, Tyreek Hill is going to end up on an NFC team by some point this season.
I don't think that's the game plan going in. I don't think there's one coach. I can't speak for the GM and assistant GM, the consulting GM, but I can tell you that's not what
I don't know. I'm with you. I don't think their plan is to trade him, but it's going to depend on how things go, right? The first few weeks of the season.
They want to see, and look, I'm with everybody else. I'd like to see a lot more work with Tua and Tyreek and one-on-one drills and getting their timing and all that stuff, but it hasn't happened. But they're counting on Tyreek Hill coming back. Look at this group. This receiving room does not scare you without Tyreek Hill. It just doesn't. I've watched it. We've had Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle out, and it sure in the hell to me looks a lot different with 3, 4, 5, and 6 out there. And they've had their moments. I think Malik Washington's going to have a big year. I do. I think Tua is going to get him the ball a lot. If you're looking for a guy that's going to start getting more targets, I believe it's going to be Malik Washington. You saw it the other night again. You saw it the week before.
It's a big drop-off, though, man.
But it is a big drop-off.
It is, to go from your 2 to your 3 is a big drop-off. You don't have that safety blanket at tight end anymore, right, with Jonnu.
So I think Malik is more possession inside and movement and stuff. And listen, you can line Tyreek Hill in that 10-100 meters out wide. And if you want to put him in motion, you saw what he did with the motion stuff too. But I'm like everybody else. So Jacksonville guys were sitting up by us. They go, hey, there's something with Tyreek. He's been out a while. We thought he might practice again. So I don't think so, but I'm not into conspiracy theories. So I don't know what you think you think. And then I get second one is Tyreek and Tua okay? I would think they are. They both want to win.
The problem is they're not very forthcoming with injuries, which they don't have to be, I guess, right? But
nobody's going to tell you. Unless the guy's
like
out.
You said the week-to-week stuff, and it's like I have seen people on Twitter weigh in on Achane and say they think he's more hurt than they're leading on. He's going to be out for significant amount of time.
Well, we have earned that reputation. No. Now we have earned that reputation when a guy's out longer than we think because we saw it happen last year, and it's frustrating. And to me, it's bullshit.
I know
that happens. I don't like that.
You caught yourself there. Nicely done. But people are asking, they go, is Achane going to be ready for week 1? I'm like, I don't know. 50-50?
Nah.
Put it at 50-50? I don't,
You know what? I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but I'm guilty of drinking too much Kool-Aid. But listen, when he's out there, everything's at a different speed. The guy can run, man.
Well, your offense is different with him.
Yes.
Right? I mean, the other guy, Ollie Gordon's a different player. Jalen Wright's a different player. They're much different styles.
We have two guys that can take it to the house against anybody in the league. Now, every other teams have fast dudes. I'd still be willing to tell you there's not too many people in the league going to catch Tyreek Hill and Achane if they're even.
I'm with you on that.
They're leaving. So anyway, hey, we got to go to break here. We got 7 o'clock hour coming up here. We got a lot more stuff to get to here, and what a week. Notre Dame, Don't call for tickets. You're too late, man. Too late. Ain't going to happen. Hey, Woody, do we know anybody we can go to for people? Because I usually, family and friends usually call me, and they're dead serious around Wednesday or Thursday for Sunday night tickets. And they're going, hey, man, somebody just can't. We just decided we wanted to go to the game. Now, here it gets better. So I go, well, I mean, I can check. I don't know why I always say that. I'll check. They go, well, and can you check and see where the tickets are?
Do you actually check, though? Or do you just tell people you're going to check?
No, I'm not checking.
Because usually I'll tell people I'm going to check, and I just don't.
You know why I don't check or do anything? It's
not worth even trying. Though.
My track record for getting paid back on tickets, I don't know. Everybody thinks because
you think
Mario and I are close that Mario'll send to me, hey, Joe, I got 8 tickets for you and anybody you want to go with. I go, no.
I'm sure if you asked him, he would.
Hey, no tickets, man. Atlantic Men's Clinic, I'll tell you, that's my ticket. Whoa, man, I got to tell you. Low T and ED are gone, man. I just want everybody out there, if you're dealing with low T and ED, it's a bad thing. I was just telling some young guys in the other room, I go, hey, man, I'm just going to let you guys know. I told Woody this too. Atlantic Men's Clinic's got a message for everybody. Sooner or later, ED and low T happen to every man. Black, brown, white, red, blue, doesn't matter. Everyone will deal with it. And when you do, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do when you're always tired, in a funk, and everybody's telling you you're just getting older? And or the ED, which is a hit and miss for a while. Sex drive's there, and then it's not, and then it's not what it used to be, and then it's gone, and you go, oh my God. And your wife starts making excuses for it. Nobody wants to go through that, but it's going to happen. Every guy out there is going to deal with ED and low T. I want to tell you about Atlantic Men's Clinic and the great results that I got, and I know you can too. Now, as you get closer to retirement, and I'm close, I still want to be active. I want to get more out of life. I want to climb those friggin' mountains that I love in the Sierra Nevadas. I want to have fun. Get the PSA test. Their professionals meet with you, and they put you on a program that is made for you and your numbers that they read. I'm telling you right now, you're in for great results. 7 locations, brand new one in Hollywood. Sweet, sweet office. 877-455-7300. Set up that first appointment. If you didn't write it down, most people don't write a number down early in the morning. Just visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. It works.
Sports lives here.
In full beast mode, Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous, the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. It's game week for the Miami Hurricanes, who will host Notre Dame on Sunday night in a top 10 matchup to open up the season. Sunday's game kicks at 7:30 from Hard Rock and can be heard here on 104.3 WQAM with our countdown to kickoff beginning at 3. And the Marlins, who avoided the sweep, beating the Blue Jays 5-3. Next up, Miami hosts Atlanta for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. Joe, it was cool to see college football this past weekend, man. Like the games counted.
I couldn't leave my TV, and I could care less about that first game over in Dublin. That thing was unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a great finish. And then apparently if you were lucky enough to go over there, you saw the quarterback's brother and dad
A little fist fight, right?
A little,
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is they kept it in the family.
It's a big loss there.
But I can't.
Yeah, you lose the
When's
game.
the last time we heard of crazy fights, right? And usually, hey, your team sucks and we kicked your ass, and the other team's, well, I'm going to kick yours, and next thing you know, drunk talk. But they broke that up, and they said, who is this? And they go, oh, it's father and son. And it was a quarterback. The quarterback, by the way, had a couple touchdown passes, played great. They lost, and he ran for one, so he had a nice little game. But what a fun game to kick it off with in that rain and nasty weather over there.
To answer your question, though, I don't know the last time we saw a father-son brawl. Those don't usually happen.
Right?
I mean, usually they're on the same team
I've
in a
had
brawl or something.
Mean things said to me at games. I've had the meanest things said to me I didn't like, and I'd like to think I forget about it by the time I get to my seat. But I have never thought about, you know what, I'm going to fight a guy at a game and get kicked out and get banned from a stadium. I don't understand that. But to see the father down on the ground, by the way, they broke him up, and the kid still wanted, he didn't get enough of the old man. He was like, I'm not done. He was pulling other guys. He grabbed his wallet, and he was going back after the old man for round 2. Like, damn, boy, they might have to get, I guess they came out with some statement. I didn't see the statement. They said they got together and did a statement together.
Oh, that's cute.
Like, we're both ass clowns for that behavior, and we're sorry we just embarrassed the friggin' quarterback and all those fans that came over to watch him and the team play on being the two idiots of the group.
Well, they do a lot of drinking over there, right? Isn't that like one of their things?
That's strong beer, too.
Yeah.
That's not – you can't drink like 6 or 8 of those bad boys. Those are powerful.
They'll get to you, huh?
Yeah, that's
by the way, that field was rough.
Yeah.
During that game, man.
I got to but it was a good game. Completed some great passes, the end of the game.
It's just good to see football.
So anyway, but this week, oh my gosh, folks, this week has got some sexy games, man. It is a 1 and 2 gonna play.
Boy, that game is weird, man. The stuff with Arch Manning,
they're all.
I can't remember seeing a guy hyped to this level.
What's a guy? What's a guy from ESPN? The bald-headed guy that stirs it up.
One?
No, stirs it up and does this SEC show and stuff.
Oh, Feinbaum.
Feinbaum.
We say he's the best player since Tim Tebow, right? You know what he said.
So he's all over, and they're going, "Hey, Paul, he started 2 games. He's going into Ohio State," and he goes, "I don't care." He said, "He is," and he went into this thing like, "I don't need to see a whole lot." And I was just kind of weird, like, okay.
There's a lot of he knows what he signed up for crowd out there, and it's like, come on, man.
Well,
that's a lot.
The kid's going, "Hey, listen, I do have a really good team, and I know who my family is. I'm aware of the amount of games in the NFL that my grandfather and 2 uncles have played at quarterback. But do you mind if I play a little bit?"
Yeah, I mean, think about if that kid goes.
Can I play a little bit first?
If he has a bad game, they'll kill him.
Crush him. Crush him.
Right? They've done him no favors. It seems borderline unfair the way they've treated him.
I think it's going to be a really, really good game.
I hope you're right. I hope so. But they have both of those teams, by the way, have quarterbacks that haven't played.
Yeah. Well,
Ohio
listen,
State's got a guy who hasn't played at all.
We got some good ones, and by the way, they're games where nobody's talking about that will end up being great games as well. So yeah, it was nice to have college football back this weekend, and I only caught the 1 game. But and then of course we got this thing going on today. It'll start to drizzle down where players start getting cut. So it goes from whatever you have, 87, 80, 89, you can have up to 90 players. Some teams have already made big cuts. Not all of them, but made some big cuts. But yeah, it's a big one. To basically, you're getting rid of 37 guys per team to get it down to 53, and that's by tomorrow at 4:00. So the Dolphins will start today with players getting released, and meanwhile, there's teams also out there trying to trade for certain guys, and certain guys you can trade for because teams say, hey, we're probably not going to keep this guy, but we'd like to get a draft pick if you want to take him, so he won't have a chance to go to another team and those type of things. So it's just another page in putting this thing together. We got the bye week for college football, and then it starts up the following weekend, actually following Thursday, a week from this Thursday. The NFL kicks off its season. And so we got a lot of fun stuff going on. A lot of fun stuff. By the way, we had
the best time of the year, man.
It really is.
Right?
It is a good time, Woody. You're absolutely right, and gives you a lot of time. So we had a lot of national games for high school football. A lot of them were on TV. If you could stay around with mostly rain delays, a lot of rain delays. But our South Florida teams, our top teams, overall did not do well. 1-3. The Big Four, 1-3. And by the way, all of our teams got off to real slow starts. American Heritage is down 28-0, came back and scored 31 points in the second half to win the game. And by the way, can somebody please give me an update on Mike Smith? I heard Mike a little dehydrated after the game. A head coach for American Heritage. I wanted to make sure he's okay. And then Matter Day jumped out on St. Thomas 26-3, and St. Thomas was able to come back and just ran out of time. 26-23, they lose at home. Chaminade got pounded by St. Francis Academy in Baltimore, always a big physical team. They ran for 318 yards. And then the biggest surprise at Trask Powell, Northwestern and Blue, you got to stop. They're 2 touchdowns better than this team and that team. They end up losing to Orange Lutheran, California, 17-13. At Trask Powell. Northwestern doesn't lose a lot at Trask Powell. So anyway, it was a rough one for all our ranked teams except for the great comeback by American Heritage Plantation. That's kind of how it started as far as our high school football goes. Hey, the other really good story, though, I wanted to get to, Tommy Fleetwood. You know, a couple weeks ago, Woody, I was talking about Tommy Fleetwood. Just couldn't get it. He had the lead going in the fourth round and just came up short, didn't play well, and they're going, I'm getting closer. He had never won a PGA event. Woody, check this out. 164 events he played in on the PGA Tour. He had never won, and he's one of the better players in the world. Always been one of the better players, a great Ryder Cup player for overseas. Always plays great against the Americans. So the guy actually had the lead, and I know what everybody's thinking. He'll fall apart late Saturday into Sunday. The guy ends up wins the FedEx Cup title, $10 million. $10 million first place. So Scotty Scheffler just didn't have it and got a cold putter. Just the putter was not working. So Scotty ends up tied for fourth, wins $2.6 million. It's like he won a damn tournament, though, with the amount of money for this tournament. But Tommy Fleetwood, what a nice story, man. Everybody's, he'll never win. He's just choked it away so many times. He's got a block in his head. He'll always be a top 10 guy. And he did. He put it together. The guy got the win. Nice story. We got a lot more. We have a lot more stuff to get to here. Everybody with me on the Ollie Gordon II? 8 carries, 43 yards, hard running, great block on a blitz. And I'm like, what else do you need him to do, man? This 225-pound cat needs to play. He was playing hungry and angry the other day. And when Jalen Wright did not play in that game and he started, and he's got 2 in front of him, and he's looking around going, hey, man, a lot of starters out here. The guy responded. I am dying to see what is going to happen and would be very disappointed if he's not carrying the ball against the Colts. If he's not getting some carries, I would be very, very disappointed. Just me, man, just me. All right, we got to
end up starting, Joe.
He may end up starting. We find out these injuries aren't what they were supposed to be. You might be right.
Well, they know. I mean, they're not going to tell us, but they know.
Well, they know right now. Yes, they got a pretty good idea. They meet with the doctors every day, meet with him. Hey, I'll tell you what you can meet with is Chapman Partnership. I sure hope if you want to get involved with a charity event down here and an organization you feel really good about, get involved, not just your money, but your time. Chapman Partners is the ticket. Chapman Partnership in Dade County is the ticket. Boy, it's been close to my heart for a long time. I've seen firsthand the work that Chapman Partnership does for the homeless. It is so much more than just providing housing and a warm meal. It is about rehabilitation, man. We got so many doctors. And by the way, someday I wish they'd give me a list of all the doctors, mental health doctors, doctors that give physicals, dentists that donate their time for the homeless on this program back to living a normal life and finding an apartment and getting a second chance, finding a job and getting out of Chapman Partnership takes 3 to 4 months. That's always the goal. We got some great success stories, but listen, as this thing has grown, we need more and more support from you. We're celebrating our 30th anniversary this year, 30 years of hope for over 3 decades. Chapman has assisted over 145,000 individuals and families to overcome self-sufficiency. So join me here in 2025 to celebrate and support their mission and work in the communities, really for all the success and all the programs that have helped for these families to get back out. More than half the families, half the people that stay at Chapman Partnership are families. They're doing great work, and they make a difference in our community. Any level of support is so impactful. Let's help support families and individuals overcoming homelessness at Chapman here in 2025. Go online to chapmanpartnership.org. That's chapmanpartnership.org if you want to get involved in just an unbelievable program they have put together at Chapman Partnership in Dade County. It will make you feel good. I'd love for everybody to go down and see it. Chapman Partnership is making a difference.
The snack wraps you love are back.
And apply today at dcfcu.org, federally insured by the NCUA. That's traffic.
People know Sports Talk on WQAM is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
You know, it's funny. Everybody goes, oh, my gosh, I'm not going to watch this. I'm not going to watch. It's too expensive. You'll be watching all of them. You know what I did? Set up, have my sister. I didn't do it because everybody knows I wouldn't know how to do it. But my sister set up all the apps for my dad.
Oh, good.
So he can see everything, man. I said, hey, well, what about this? I don't know. Like, I don't know what the shows are, but you want to watch the games, you got to get it. Okay. So, all right, we're doing it. And boy, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun starting up here. Your fantasy football teams are all getting put together. Woody, who'd you get with your first pick? And where did you pick in the first round?
Well, more importantly, you're not going to be playing this year?
No, this would be another year that I don't play. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have neighbors on our team, so we're hoping for a big year out of him and CD Lamb.
Okay.
So
who'd you get for a quarterback?
Who did I get for a quarterback? That's a great question.
You don't remember your quarterback? It's the most important position.
Not in fantasy football.
No, but in the real thing. I mean, yeah.
Fantasy football.
Can't remember.
Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson go early.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the guys are just kind of like, there's just very even, right?
You know what's so funny?
There's a big drop off. I went with Mahomes actually, but even Mahomes is not.
Well, because Mahomes doesn't run for 600 yards.
Yeah.
And Mahomes doesn't throw for, he has, but not with this group of receivers, although they're expecting those numbers to, I wouldn't be surprised if he throws, and he always stays healthy, but throws 30 plus touchdowns this year. Boy, they won a lot of games defensively in the past couple of years. They have won.
I mean, if Tua plays, he could be a top fantasy quarterback, right? If he plays.
Well, yeah, it's got to start.
His numbers are usually pretty good. I mean, I know Omar's coming on later, and he's got every number Tua has ever put up, etched in the front of his brain. But
we got some different parts of the team. Obviously, Tyreek, who we have not seen in a month. We saw him early in camp, and then that was okay. No, that's fine as long as he's ready to go. And so Tyreek's been out.
There's a lot of ifs though, man, with this ready to go.
Austin Jackson. We have not seen Austin Jackson.
Yeah.
I saw him standing on the sideline. He didn't have a boot or anything on, so that was good. The other one for me is kind of strange is Darren Waller, who looks it, and if he's anything close to what he was before early retirement a year and a half ago. But boy, they have you talk about putting kids' gloves on a guy. He's going from I guess he'll start practicing regular practices with the team this week. But
that's nice.
He hasn't been hit. He hasn't been touched. He didn't do any of the practices that we had with other teams. So the first time he goes in to catch it and is going to get hit for the first time, that'll be the first time in a year and a half since he's
Yeah.
So
We've
maybe
had a lot of players sit out though, man. So we'll see how important camp actually is. We had a guy sleeping on the sidelines. The
I
other day.
saw that.
That was a great look.
I'll tell you what, he is. It was just a matter of time. It's just going to get a little worse and a little worse.
That, by the way,
I saw a little pouting. By the way, he's a very smart guy.
That was pretty cool, though.
Micah Parsons knew what he was doing when he went to sit and they had that frustrated look on his face, and you're like, uh-oh, he's not sitting down. He's sitting down. He's not lying down on a trainer's table.
A little nap time.
Oh,
that's right out of the Jimmy Butler playbook.
Oh,
how good was that, though?
Oh,
hey, by the way, Dallas deserves every bit of it. The way they've jerked him around. Jerry Jones hasn't made it easy, man.
Jerry just doesn't want to deal with the agent. He wants to deal directly with the player. He shakes hands, and it's a good old-fashioned deal.
Yeah.
It's done.
But it's almost like Jerry's taunting the guy every time they ask him about it, isn't it? Like, he just doesn't seem to get it. I don't know. So maybe the guy sleeping on the sideline, though, will wake him up.
If he did decide to trade him,
oh, my goodness,
it would be so demoralizing for that team because those guys know how good he is on that team. It would be.
Well, I think everyone knows how good he is.
That would be. Well, so does the owner. The owner minus the ego. Like, I
wonder what the trade would be, though, because now you got to figure, like, if they do open it up for a trade, I mean, his value would take a big hit, wouldn't it? Because that means they've decided to move on.
It would be hard right now to give a team what they want. This is a deal that it has to happen when you have all that money and you have all the draft picks. And right now, you're pretty much set minus a couple of positions, right? And then, like I said, we're probably going to see a lot of little trades, 6th and 7th round trades, or a player for a player that was kind of our backup, and now you're giving us your backup, and it's going to be those kind of deals that we're going to be looking at. We're going to see some guys get taken off practice squad, and we're going to add another guy and those type of deals. But it's hard to imagine. That's why I told you, Woody, I believe all those guys are going to re-sign with their teams. They're going to show up. Even if it's 24, 25, 26 minutes, hard to.
I know it's getting close though, man. We are getting close.
A lot of money. That's over $1 million a game. I don't know. Well, I have no idea what will.
We're going to find out how important camp is for these guys, though, I guess, right?
I am curious to see all the guys that sign the week of, or the guys that come back are healthy enough to play that haven't done anything. I am curious to see how they do, how much it. I mean,
Dallas plays in 10 days?
I'm not sure what day they
play on Thursday.
Okay, they got Thursday game.
So they play in 10 days or something like that, 10 or 11 days.
It's hard to imagine he's going to play in that game, right? But, Jerry Jones could get the deal done, right? Tomorrow or today. He could go, all right, it's done.
Could also done it a month ago.
And everybody's going to go, why did you do this again? This is your pattern. Why'd you wait so long? Now,
and why'd you tease the guy during the process?
Well, half piss him off that he wants out.
Yeah.
Although, hey, you play for Dallas, and
he obviously doesn't.
You're the big show when you're in Dallas. They are the big show, man. They are. If they're 7-10 to 10-7 or somewhere in between, they are the big show. Everybody
when
wants
did those
to
numbers
know.
come out the other day when they were talking about how much these teams are worth?
12.5 million or something.
Yeah, that really helps his cause. Right, when you find out the team's like the most expensive franchise on earth.
Well, it's never about one player in that league. That league does not get.
But when that guy's asking for his piece of the pie, it's like,
people are going, well, what are we fighting about with your?
Yeah.
Look at
one of the most profitable businesses on earth here.
Pretty good. Well, I'll tell you what, that one, number one in the world, for a professional franchise. Throwing all the soccer teams and anything else, and that is it, man. That is number one. We've got more stuff to get to here, and I did want to come back and talk not just about Ollie Gordon II, who had 8 carries for 43 yards, hard running, had a nice block on a blitz pickup that allowed Tua to complete a pass, did some great things, and I do hope he gets playing time here next week. But also the quarterback situation. I know a lot of you, and by the way, I've backed off on the Quinn Ewers thing. I think Zach Wilson is and should be the first backup. But this thing for Quinn Ewers is going to be interesting because he's had himself a nice camp, minus one preseason game. He has looked pretty good. We've got to go to break, man. We got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. I want to tell you something, Palm Beach, listen up. Dade, Broward, I don't care where you are. If you like a nice golf cart and you're right now starting to look around for one's got everything you need, everything, right? Everything for you and your family to really enjoy yourself. 4-seater, 6-seater, and I mean nice. You got to check out Cliggy's Carts, featuring Royal EV golf carts, 48 and 72-volt lithium battery options, according to how fast you want to go. They're designed and engineered to be the leader in quality and safety. I can't say it enough. I went up there and rode one around for about 40 minutes. It's just a blast, but the safety features so important. Last thing you want to do is worry about one of the kids getting on there and run themselves. You won't have to worry with the safety features they have put on there, man, with the aluminum frames, which means you won't have rust. They just really thought these things out to be special. Adjustable front seat and all of their 6-seat models. No one else offers that. Custom paint jobs. Once you buy it, tell them, hey, I want Panther colors, Heat colors, Dolphin colors. They can do it for you. Sound bars and LED lights. They can just go on and on. Cliggy's Carts are located next to Okeechobee Steakhouse on Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. And I know you're thinking, well, Joe, I'm in Dade or Broward. Okay, I get it. But listen, their showroom you got to go see. Before you buy, you've got to go up there and see them. And you can see them on the website and everything, but go up, take it for a test drive up there and get exactly what you want. Man, I'm telling you right now, they're fantastic. Call 877-CLIGGYS. That's KLIGGYS, or visit Cliggy'sCarts.com. Cliggy's is slashing prices. Boy, I'll tell you what, they're the darndest coolest things I've ever seen in my life. You'll love them. You want a really nice golf cart. I mean, really, really nice first-class golf cart to really enjoy with you and your family. You will fall in love with Cliggy's. Cliggy's will deliver for free anywhere in South Florida. Cliggy's Carts, they're fantastic.
My
anything you missed. Go.
What do you got for us today?
All right, Joe, this is an interesting one here. Oklahoma is going to be selling fan access to press conferences this season. You want to see your college football team's press conference after the game here. It's going to run you about $700.
You know people will buy that.
Yes, I understand that. Yes.
$700 for the season?
It said the cost for the Illinois State season opener on August 30th, the price was $461 for that one, Joe, and that is sold out. It's going to get all the way up to $700 for some of the better teams on their schedule, but you'll get to sit in the press conference room. You will not obviously get to ask questions. You just get to sit there.
That might be kind of a special thing for experience for some fans. Well, listen to you, okay, because you get to go.
No, I just don't find those to be particularly interesting most of the time. But
I would have, I'm not interested at this point, but I have sat in thousands of them.
Yeah.
With a suit and makeup on to shorts and T-shirts and according to what I was doing for a job.
Mm-hmm.
And they were paying.
Oh, they were.
Didn't enjoy them. Never liked them.
Well, you don't usually get a ton out of those, right? Especially like a college football one.
I mean, certain guys, you'll come up there that, you know, are a little wild. You might get some from time to time, but for the most part, you're pretty careful what you say.
All right, well, on the same topic here, Joe, it looks like we finally have the green light here on a Bill Belichick, North Carolina documentary show. They're going to be on Hulu. Will be where this program is going to end up here. The Freako girlfriend went on Instagram, posted a picture of her blowing a kiss, and there was a little tag of Hulu on there. I don't know if that was a swipe at some of the other networks.
You know, it's funny to me. It looks like she's really enjoyed taking digs at everybody that she thinks is taking shots at.
Yeah. She gets grosser by the day, by the way.
She and Bill's relationship, she seems like, screw all of you. I don't care. I win, you lose.
Mm-hmm. She came up this weekend we were talking about by the way, nobody thinks she's remotely attractive. I know you're kind of into that, but
I think she's attractive.
Mm-hmm. But you probably like that she likes old guys, though.
Yeah. I mean,
probably,
Yes.
Probably a good thing.
Yes, of course I like that. Is she looking at you differently? I don't know, but it's kind of nice if she is. Go ahead, Woody. I'm sorry.
Anyway, Joe, that you find that on a Hulu app near you, apparently here.
You know, the Belichick thing took another shot at the difference in college football and the NFL, and he said the owner and the owner's kid. Mm-hmm. Bill's a little salty with the Kraft family.
He's not getting.
He
back
definitely
in the
got
NFL.
canned. He definitely got his ass fired because he is not happy.
It'll be very interesting to see how that team plays this year, but he's not getting back in the NFL. I don't care if they go 12-0.
He ain't going 12-0.
No, but he ain't getting back in the NFL either.
Now, he going to coach him up? No, I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah. The record's safe.
We'll see. Don't put a whammy on it.
All right.
Jerry Jones friggin' hires him or something.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Jerry.
I don't think they'd get along very well.
No.
I had a little feeling.
Can you imagine, like, hey, Bill, you talk after I talk. I talk after the game first. No, actually, it's the coach. How's that work? Now I'm screwed up.
I think Jerry speaks.
And then the owner.
Bill.
And then the owner has to, yeah.
Yeah, then it would be Bill, and then probably his weird girlfriend would speak after that. So.
You really don't like her.
It's not that I don't like her. I just think she's just weird. But, I mean, look, good for her. She's obviously going to make a lot of money.
Now you're taking a shot at her.
No.
You think she's in it for the money?
No.
You're not saying she could just be attracted to an older guy and in love with him the way she is. I tell you, his ass is in love. He's doing stuff he never did as a kid. Playing mermaid with her down on the beach.
The funny thing about Bill, though, it's like he's not one of those older guys that takes care of himself either. Like, he looks like crap. He's overweight. Like, he doesn't seem to.
She's got no problem with that little belly. She's fine.
Okay.
She goes, all these guys with six packs my age, I really don't like it. I always like that extra 20 or 30 pounds in the belly. All right, what else you got?
Bill's hitting the meal plan over there at North Carolina.
Oh,
He's in the dining halls at the buffets.
Tried to get me to take my shirt off with the pool with the kids. I said, I'm not taking this shirt. Those days are over.
Good for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to anybody.
By the way, those colleges all have really good food. You know that. Those dining halls and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious. All right, Joe. We had a champion here in the Little League World Series, Chinese Taipei.
They won, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
First since 1996.
Did you bet on that game?
I didn't find any odds for that. I couldn't find any. We did do some betting over the weekend, but not on Little League.
Saw people were upset. You could bet on a couple of the Little League games, and people going, what are we
Were
doing?
they putting lines out for? I don't know.
What are we doing, bro? Betting on 10, 11, and 12-year-olds now? Why don't you just throw some cockroaches out there and let them race against each other?
That's the comp.
All right.
Okay. And our final one here, Joe. We did have some history here over the weekend. Did you see what the MJ Kobe card ended up selling for?
I did. I thought of you.
12.9. Oh, God. That is the most expensive card ever.
Woody, I don't get it.
I don't get this one either, to be quite honest with you.
12.9. I get that those guys, Kobe and MJ, and their great relationship that we have found out about and the signature together. But, man.
But first of all, this is not the only thing that those guys have signed together. It's not the only piece out there.
Well, what was the deal? Some special card?
It's a one of one.
All right.
And it's got the logo man on there, the dual logo man, which, of course, is a big deal.
$12 million.
I'm just surprised it has Kobe on it. Like, I know there's a lot of big. I love Kobe Bryant. I'm a huge,
you don't have
huge
to
fan, but
you have to start with all that.
Like,
I
for
know
me,
you
it
like
would be a LeBron MJ would be more, right? And that kind of do it a little more for you. I don't know.
Kobe's popularity since he has passed has picked up immensely. Yes. You'd agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Jordan does not seem like a guy who signs very much. So
MJ's just
scarce.
MJ's in a class by himself. He just is. Oh, he's doing Nike shoes. Come on. Hasn't played in zillion years. Kids that don't even know what he looks like are buying his stuff as we speak.
Now, this one didn't win by much, Joe. 12.6 was the previous record. That was the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. That was graded a 9.5.
Damn.
That card's, what is that?
Oh,
70,
boy.
80 years old.
No, man. That's amazing.
By the way, man, I got to give a shout out to the Hobby Card Show. Went over there yesterday at the Broward County Convention Center. It was slammed, man. It was packed.
With this, like, fathers and sons, kids, bring along, looking, buying, everything.
I took the kids. So when we got there, Brad Marchand was out there. He was signing. A bunch of people had stuff for him to sign.
So can I ask you, was there a card that everybody was kind of looking for?
No, man. Everyone does. Everyone's different.
Everyone's
different. Going after different stuff. They had Pokemon. They had autographs. They had cards. I mean, it's just a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Old cards, new cards.
It's amazing.
Whatever your flavor was, Joe, they had it for you over there.
It's always kind of been there for father and son, but it was not a business like it is now, man. Now, hey, you open something special and you can look it up and you're going, holy smokes.
Yeah.
I just hit the jackpot.
So I got to meet Andrew over there who put this thing on. Oliver over there too, great guys, and this thing was
big show though, huh?
Awesome. Yeah, it was really big, and I know they're going to try to go bigger on the next one. They were telling me about it, but yeah, this was a big one. This was big. Did well out there, by the way.
Oh, I bet that's a great location.
Got some nice stuff out there.
17th Street, nice out there.
So
it's not just yachts out there, brother. It's nice. Yeah.
Well, some of those cards, Joe, you could buy a yacht.
God, I'm kidding, man. I couldn't believe
there were cards. I mean, there was stuff we were seeing easily in the 5 figures. There was a lot of high end stuff.
Amazing. Just who would have thought?
And it really is like some guys are really expensive, some guys aren't. Like some of the newer stuff is expensive. Like you know, it was really cheap. I was looking like Lamar Jackson seemed underpriced to me.
What was
for as good as he is?
What was the Lamar card going for?
It was like a PSA 10 of his rookie base card. It was like $200.
Is Brady stuff? Tom Brady
stuff was. They had some wild Brady stuff there.
Yeah.
They had a PSA 10 Bowman Brady rookie.
How much?
That was in the 5 figures for sure.
Wow.
They had a Brady rookie autograph. That must have been,
Wow.
I don't know, 15, 20 grand.
Gosh. It's crazy. And I just think of this, Woody, every time we do this, and I don't know if you've ever talked to your dad, and he probably does it too, that all those cards I had, I collected cards. I collected them all. I played with them now. I had make-believe world and who was going to be my second baseman and different lineups in American League and National League with my cards. But, man, if I'd have just kept them, I always wonder if some of those old Topps cards. Bubble gum, now they're out of the bubble gum. You know, the bubble gum you got right there when you're checking out and your dad go, all right, you can get one. Grab one. Would love to have had them.
So those
Stole a
the
couple.
vintage cards
Could've got
are
those.
very hot. But it's not just that. Like they had a bunch of video games there that they were selling, graded video games. If you would have kept your video games in the packaging.
Yeah.
They were selling those. Those are very expensive.
Oh, Woody, man, stop.
Toys.
You're killing me. You know who made a great, the story he passed on us, Rich Altman. Rich Altman, It was before his time, man. He was collecting stuff, and I always think Rich Altman back in the 80s kind of jumped on this stuff and saw a vision of what it was going to become. Just amazing. Is Hollywood Collectibles still around, or did they shut down?
I believe they are. Yes, I believe they are.
All right.
But yeah, pretty crazy, man. But we had a great time out there. That was a lot of fun. So
sounds good, Woody.
To those guys. We're gonna have tickets to give away, by the way, for something else later in the show here, Joe. We have the Miami International Auto Show coming to the Miami Beach Convention Center at the end of September. So we're gonna have a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to those later in the show.
All right, that sounds good, man. We've got
a lot of car people out there now. We are an F1 market and a NASCAR market.
Yeah. All right, so we got all that stuff. Woody, you're hitting it all today. We've got more stuff to get to. 8:00 hour is coming up. Omar Kelly will join us. We'll talk more about the 53-man roster, and we'll talk about some concerns he has. Since I already read his article this morning, and he's got some things that he's a little concerned with. We'll talk about some of the tight ones to make a call on the 53-man roster. And there will be some tough decisions. There will be a surprise or two for sure. Right now, though, I want to talk about Michael Kotze. Nope, he's not getting cut. He's not going to make the 53-man roster, but he can help get you a loan quickly, man. I'm telling you right now, get your mortgage done. I don't know why he said loan. Get you a mortgage that you want. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage, man. I'm telling you right now, this guy is special. Truly has no life. He's always working, even on Saturday and Sunday, helping you. Hey, he's got some great programs out there. Matter of fact, he's got a program for seniors, a program that converts your home equity into money. And if you need money, boy, I'll tell you what, it might be perfect for you to call Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. You've been declined by the banks. Michael's got a process for you, get it done for you, man. He can get it started. First-time home buyers out there, I want to let you know he can get you pre-approved, and you're going to have a chance to buy next time you go out and you've been beat out by 17 others who put bids in on a home. Self-employed, you've been declined. He's got a great program for you. I'm just telling you, Michael Kotze's got something for everybody out there to help you get that money for whatever the reason you need it for. This is what Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage does, man. It has done for a long time. He has no life. The man is always working 7 days a week, 30-plus years of experience. Call or text him, 561-441-2730. Get it done half the time of the banks. MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change. Stay without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
No one. It's game week for the Miami Hurricanes. We'll host Notre Dame on Sunday night in the top 10 matchup to open up the season. Sunday's game kicks at 7:30 from Hard Rock and can be heard here on 104.3 WQAM with our countdown to kickoff beginning at 3. And of the Marlins, who avoided the sweep, beating the Blue Jays 5-3. Next up, Miami hosts Atlanta for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. Joe, back to you.
All right, Woody, we've got a lot more. Omar's going to join us coming up here at 8:20, about 16 minutes from now. We'll talk to Omar. So we got these 2 big college football games coming up, Notre Dame Sunday night, and then a few weeks later, the Florida Gators come to town. You could sell God only knows how many tickets for these 2 games, right? A lot. And they're hard to get. They're hard to get for Notre Dame and Gator fans as well as Miami Hurricane fans who now want to come to only the good games, right? I get it. So this has been going on throughout my life, especially when it comes to football tickets, that people will ask me, need your help on some tickets. And not Notre Dame, not Notre Dame. I lucked out on Notre Dame, but the Florida Gator game, which to me sells a lot more tickets. We got a large population of Florida Gator fans down here. And your children, if you didn't go there, your children did. So somebody asked me probably a month ago, hey, or 3 weeks ago, hey, can you give me some Gator tickets? You know, I'll pay for them. So, okay, great. Just give me what you can, man. Obviously, the better the tickets, it'd be great. That's what I heard. So I did. I know people at the U, and I went over there and got some tickets. Took a couple weeks, and I forgot, and I got them, and I called them back. And I said, I got the tickets. And he goes, oh, I knew it was coming. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Where are they? So they're not upper deck. I go, no, not upper deck. They're lower bowl in the corner. Oh.
That's not what they were hoping to hear, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
So it's lower corner on the far side, not where the players come out, but the far side.
Oh, boy, even worse.
Oh. He said, to be honest.
You couldn't have done any better, huh?
This guy who I've known said, to be honest, I'm going to pass on the tickets.
Wow.
And I went, oh, no. I got those tickets for you. He goes, nah.
Did you say you paid for them or no?
I paid for them.
You did pay for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the story, listen, I'm fine. I got rid of the tickets. They were no problem to get rid of. There are a lot of people looking for tickets. And so I said, so you don't want them? Nah, you know what?
Those crappy seats will stay.
I honestly, please don't take it the wrong way. I thought you could get me better tickets.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I disappointed you. You couldn't get 2 except the secondary market for a lot more money, but you were just, well, I thought honestly you could get a discount, and I thought the tickets would be a little better.
Yeah, in his mind, you were
going to come and
say 50-yard line
tickets,
club level, right?
Tickets between $400 and $500.
Is that what they're going
per
for?
ticket? Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, okay. I said, listen, man, I wasn't gonna fight. I'm tired. You know, you get a point. Like there's enough little petty stuff. I just don't want it in today's world. I said, listen, man, do me a favor. It's not a problem if you don't want them, but don't ever. I didn't change my voice. I made a point not to change my voice. I said, don't ever call me about tickets again.
Really?
And matter of fact, if you would, take a little bit of time off from calling me. I just need a break from you. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. So I remember I said exactly that, or something real, maybe a little different. But at the moment I said, okay. I said, but don't ask me for tickets again of any kind. I'd appreciate it. And he goes, oh, okay. And I go, and honestly, just take a little bit of time off from text or call me. Like no apology or, hey, I hope this doesn't. No, let's just, because I don't want to have to respond to anything else you say or text me with. And he went, oh, okay. And I hung up. So thinking it would be done. Now goes my wife, and I get home. And go, what have you done?
Boy.
So I said, well, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Wait, were these her friends?
No, but we all know the same people.
Okay.
And so
it got back there pretty quickly.
Said, listen, man, that's it. And if he's being a bitch about it, then I'll text him and go, don't ever forget to take a break. Just leave me alone for good. Like, I got him tickets. They were lower bowl, but they weren't where he thought they were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it's and I said, listen, man, the good news for you, you can get those seats you want. They're a lot more expensive right now, but you can sit wherever you want. There's Woody, there's a price, you pay, you can get a seat anywhere you want.
Absolutely. The whole stadium's open.
That's right. That's what I thought.
Absolutely.
All right, man. So anyway, not my best moment, but like I was just like, enough, man. I'm way past trying to hustle tickets. I'm out of the business. I don't want to do it. I had a cousin call me. Hey, can you get me? No. Can you get me tickets for this game? No.
Well, it's frustrating because up until last week they had season tickets you could have gotten for $400.
Well, but everybody would.
They just want
everybody the
game,
last second and
yeah.
going, oh man, maybe we know somebody can get it done for us.
Yeah. Well, it's not like they announced the Notre Dame game last week.
No.
Or the Gator game or any of these games. Like, they've been on the schedule for quite a while here.
So anyway, I have no regrets, by the way. As I said to my wife, I said, listen, man.
Who is this person, by the way?
I said, look, don't ask me for tickets again, because I've told you 1,000 times I have to pay for them. So don't ask anymore. And second of all, just let's take a break from talking. Because, he's going to, hey, dude, no hard feelings. If it is, I'll just take the tickets. I go, no. I don't want you to take the tickets. That's fine. But don't send me a text so I have to respond to you. When people text you, you respond or they think you're rude. I go, so don't send anything because I'm not sending anything back to you.
It's just weird. Like, I think the guy would just take the tickets, right? Just, like, eat it himself if you really don't want to go. But
I don't know. I think he saw 4 tickets for close to $2,000 and all of a sudden those seats weren't $2,000-ish to him. All right. Anyway.
So you were in the hole pretty good there, huh?
I don't know what it was after taxes and stuff. People probably had those seats with taxes and no more than stuff, huh? There's a lot of that, homie.
That stings.
A lot of.
So who was this?
Anyway, we've got a lot of. I'm not getting it. That's when when there's hurt feelings.
I'm just curious if we all know this person or not.
No.
Okay.
Most.
But you don't want to announce.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Really bury the guy.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Because that's cheap.
Is it? Well, cheap is not buying the tickets for me.
No, it's not a very.
So you're saying 2 wrongs don't make a right?
It would just be, yeah.
You would feel good if you said his name.
Yeah. Well, I feel good just the way it is. The tickets are gone. I'm good.
Right.
Everything's good.
You get your money back, or did you have to sell them
no.
on their face?
I said, hey, man, these are what I have. Other people had asked. I said I was able to get them.
Ooh, you're like Ticketmaster, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
The Rose Ticketmaster.
This is what I got.
The Rose Ticketmaster.
Are you out? Are you tapped out then for both games?
I'm tell you, I'm such a bad Catholic that the Catholics didn't even call me.
No?
The Catholics didn't even call. We can't see you at church. You never go. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, Woody, we've got a lot of stuff with Omar coming up here that we have to get to here with
someone guesses who it is. Can I just start naming names?
No, because there's no
one will know.
No one will know. Most people will know. And I don't want to get into the ones just in case. And
maybe if you have like a bad day today or something pisses you off, maybe you'll come in tomorrow.
I just wanted to hear all I want to hear is how you were okay with the way I handled it this time. And I didn't raise my voice in the conversation, but I said, let's take some conversation time off. And he went, ooh. And I go, Nan, don't text me because I want to have to text you back. I said, I'm real busy and I'll have time to do the,
I think you handle it fine. I mean, it's a bizarre thing for the guy to not just take the tickets. But I do understand that he thinks you could have gotten better seats.
Oh, he's convinced.
Because here's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but you wouldn't sit in those seats.
You know what, Woody? Kiss my rear.
I'm just saying, man. Like, you know you
end.
wouldn't. I'm just like, that's probably what the guy's thinking. He's like, these would be seats that Joe would sit in when he says.
I'm not going to get into my situation. My situation is different. His situation.
But I'm
It's the
just
place
telling
I
you.
work.
I'm just telling you what the guy himself is thinking. It's like if I asked
Woody.
you, if I asked
Hey,
you for
Woody.
Dolphins tickets and you stuck me in the corner, well,
You'd want freebies, first of all.
no.
So
But I'm
unless they
just saying,
weren't
like, this
freebies,
isn't
I
where
wouldn't do
this
it.
is not where Joe would sit. And the guy's probably thinking to
I'm
himself
going to
too,
break.
like,
You're an idiot.
Is this where Joe would have his family
You're
sit?
completely. I'm
I
not
thought
getting into where I
family.
sit.
He's probably like, I thought we were family. We were close.
Oh.
This is where Joe would stick his family.
This is where I
in
really.
the corner where they can't see the game. Like,
This is where I really don't like you. I really don't.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
flip it and tell you what the other guy's probably thinking.
You're
He's
trying
like,
to be an ass clown, and you're half there. You're almost fully
he wanted
there.
Joe Rose caliber
You're not
seats.
completely ass clown. You're ass
Did
clown.
you get him parking?
No.
You didn't get him parking?
I did. I got a parking pass with it. Yes.
Was it good parking, though?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do know it's hurricane season, and we had Chevin in here, and I got to tell you, man, he's all about protecting your home with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. The owner and CEO is a guy that cares about what he does, and he wants to let you know when he got in this business, it was about windows and doors, and he realized how many people said, hey, man, we need a new roof. Do you do it? And he goes, well, we do. Yeah, we do it all. And if you got an old leaky roof, replace your old roof now, and you can pay us later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials with lifetime warranty plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Save big on the legendary state-of-the-art Impact Windows and Doors. Impact Windows as low as $6 per window per month installed. They cover all of South Florida, and they're ready to sit when you call them. I'm going to give you their phone number, 954-500-LOCK. Their professional staff will answer all your questions for you, get the whole process started. So don't wait for the next storm. Get it going now. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com, or you can call 954-500-LOCK. Again, let them protect your home with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing.
One Call 305.
It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. 53-man cut down tomorrow at 4 o'clock. It should start today. May have a little trade or two. We'll jump into it right now with Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist. Omar, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Joe. Heard you offering people crappy Hurricanes tickets.
Oh, bro. See, that's messed up. That's so wrong. Hey, by the way, there ain't no crappy Hurricane tickets when it comes to the Gator and Canes. At least those prices aren't, no matter where you're sitting.
Yeah, Notre Dame. Yeah, Notre Dame and the Canes, man. But, you know, you're the ticket master, Joe. If anybody's supposed to have the hookup, it's you.
I do. I got to pay for them, and so do you if you ever need them. I can get them, and then I'll pay. You can get them, and you have to pay what I got to pay. And I'm not trying to make a profit. I'm a good man. Hey, Omar, we got all kinds of stuff to get to. Where's going to be the biggest surprise? A guy you're not feeling good about that might have been around for a while, and people might know who the name is.
For me, it's Derek McClendon, who I think is probably my favorite player to watch during training camp. He's been a productive pass rusher in practice, in the games. I just don't know where he fits on this 53-man roster. There are guys like Cameron Good and Grayson Murphy that give you a little bit more on special teams. You cannot ignore that unit. So Derek McClendon and then Taj Washington are probably going to be two of my toughest decisions. You're going to have to do some roster gymnastics to try to figure out a spot for both of those guys on the 53.
All right, cornerback position. They showed their hand in the first quarter. No surprise there. We'd seen that for the last week or week and a half or so. But what do you expect that final 5 or 6 to look like? And is Cam Smith one of them?
Ooh, Cam Smith would not be on my 53-man roster. I'm sending a message that the scholarships are over. It's time. It's time we take a firm line on Chris Greer draft picks that have been disappointments. I remember an era, Joe, and I know you do too, the Bill Parcells era, where the Eric Walden made a mistake in special teams and got whacked the next day. That day, when in that era, guys would show up to work on Monday. If they made a mistake in that game, they didn't know if they were going to get that call, Joe. And when you play with that kind of fear and insecurity, maybe I think it makes you play a little bit better. That was your whole career, wasn't it?
Yes, I was insecure every day. This one popped up, that final cut on the 45. I go, here we go again, right down to the friggin' wire of like what is going to happen here in the morning before that first meeting. Am I going to be in that meeting, or am I going to be sitting in a car somewhere heading back to California? So, yeah.
What I love is that they don't give a player a call that they made it. They just basically only call the guys that don't make it. And I understand that concept, but Like, you're like, you can't even have a conversation like you did good. We're proud of you. You made this 53.
No. Hey, so besides Jason Marshall and Storm Duck and Jack Jones, who's the next guy up that you feel good about? Because Mike Hilton, we know what you can do, Mike Hilton. What do you expect there?
I can honestly tell you, and I could be wrong, the way that they have been utilizing Mike Hilton all preseason, either he's hurt or he's not making the 53. If it were me, I would put him on. I would waive him, put him on the practice squad for the first couple weeks of the season, and then kind of elevate him as needed. He doesn't give me special value right now. I think we're with Jason Marshall Jr. as a starting nickel. We've been experimenting with that for 2 weeks. It's getting better and better and better. This is a team where you need to start investing in your young talent and the upside of those players. So Mike Hilton is going to make my 53.
So Sheffield, healthy enough to be on it against the Colts, or we don't know?
Yeah, because I can't ignore got injured and what started to decline was your starting cornerback. He was ahead of Jack Jones. He was ahead of Ethan Bonner. Probably going to make the initial 53, and then I would guess that he's probably going to be put on IR. Dante going to be put on IR. Probably going to be put on IR, but keep in mind, you can't just put everybody on IR with a designation to return because you only get 8 of those.
Hey, Omar, we're going to have to call you back. You're breaking up, and I want to talk to you, so we're going to try you again here. Hang up, and we're going to give you a call back. You're breaking up a little bit wherever you are, and try to get you in a better situation here. So he'll join us in just a second here, as we're talking about the cornerback position. And if you watched with the starters, the first quarter for the offense and defense, Storm Duck, Jack Jones, and Jason Marshall Jr., 5th-round pick rookie, was inside. We're just talking about we got Omar back now. Omar, who else is on there then that you like to make out 5 or 6, or is there somebody from the outside coming in?
That's one of those positions where I think it'd be a great thing to claim somebody. I mean, there are going to be 150 cornerbacks released today or tomorrow. So that's one of those positions I want to claim a guy, probably offensive tackle. You probably need a little bit of help you don't need a little bit of help. You need a lot of help on the offensive line. I don't think you have a quality backup on the entire unit right now, not a healthy one.
Wow.
Who's a quality backup, Joe?
No, listen, I'm with you. I don't know, but they've got a lot. It's just really weird to say, well, we got 6 guys. We're going to keep Larry Borum and Austin Jackson's coming back, but the rest of the guys, you're not going to get rid of them. So there's got to be some guys they like. There's no way they're getting rid of all those guys.
I'm practice squadding the whole unit, and Larry Borum wasn't guaranteed a contract. I mean, Joe, it's bad. Come on, man.
Yeah, but where are you going to find where all of a sudden you're going to go on the open market and find 7, 8, and 9, or maybe 6, 7, 8, and 9? Come on.
I think Kendall Lamb is going to be released from the Eagles. He's battling to his way back from a back injury. I don't think that he's healthy, but I know that he's a better left tackle, not healthy, than what we've seen so far. Keon Smith probably would make my practice squad. I think there's promise there, but the coming back from the knee injury, you can tell he's not 100%. I don't know if I want to pull the plug on that investment, but I'm sorry, Joe. And I wrote a column about this after the game. When Tua gets sacked 2 of 3 drives, Joe, come on, man. Like, and these are your starters. Come on, man. Like, you knew, because at the end of the year, your press conference, you basically apologized to all of the media and the fan base for the crappy offensive line you put together. And then you said, we got to do better. We got to get younger. We got to restock this talent base. And Larry Borum is your first signing? Larry Borum, who gets run out of town by the worst offensive line in the NFL? And then you sit here and you expect this unit to be better than it was last year? It is not good. It is. People are so worried about the cornerbacks because they have unproven names. I wish the offensive line had talent like the cornerbacks did, because then I'd at least have some options. There are no options as backups on this roster right now.
Yeah.
Liam Eichenberg, who everybody wanted to run out of town, is going to come and be our savior as a sixth offensive lineman.
Yeah, whenever he comes back, which, by the way, we haven't seen him since he signed that contract. Hey, so let me ask you, are we going to keep Zeke Biggers, their third guy they drafted, seventh-round pick out of Georgia Tech, and Matt Dickerson both?
Oh, no, not Matt. I don't think Matt Dickerson makes the 53. Zeke Biggers absolutely, definitely makes the 53. Matt Dickerson is probably one of those guys where you'd love to keep him on your 53. You might keep him there initially for the first day, and then when you start to sign some veterans or claim some waiver wire guys, he's probably the first guy off. He's a vested veteran, so no matter what, you'll have an opportunity to sign him. It's not like somebody gets to claim him. So keep that in mind. I think the guys that they'll worry about releasing are the guys that people can claim. Matt Dickerson is not one of them.
All right, so I'm not going to compliment you or say you were right. I don't feel like doing that on a Monday morning, but Ollie Gordon has shown me officially now that he has earned some carries in week one against the Colts. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with Jalen Wright. I don't know how healthy he and Achane are, but I got to tell you, that kid runs friggin' hard. He got the crap knocked out and he limped off and he came right back in. And what a block on a blitz, had a great block to free up a pass that they're able to complete a pass for a first down. Like, at some point, no matter how we feel, Ollie Gordon, if there's ever been a rookie that's earned it, he's on that program.
Oh, no doubt about it. The one thing that does stand out to me after the game, when you're talking to Tua and you're talking to Mike McDaniel, they basically hinted at the amount of assignments that he missed and the things that he didn't know. So, I would estimate that he probably knows about 30% of what he needs to know now, which is the norm for a rookie. But it's a running back. Especially if he's going to be the number 2, you simplify things, you get into a game plan. The best thing about it is he's shown that he can pass protect. He's shown that he's got hands. I really like him. Based on what I've seen in games, I can't even tell you that he's killed it in practice because he hasn't. But games, he's done quite well. He gives you that power that you're missing from this team. And now, does that mean that they don't need to address running back? I would be shocked if Jalen Wright doesn't begin the year on the IR. He looks like he's got to. Yeah, they said they got to explore whether or not he's going to undergo a procedure. That procedure is called surgery, Joe.
Yeah, that's not good. I got you.
Those things take like a month. So when you put a player on IR, you got 4 weeks where he has to sit it out, and so that's probably the route that they're going to go. But that means that they need some practice squad. They need some running backs, whether they be practice squad guys or other guys making the 53. I wouldn't be surprised if they go out and they signed a Jeff Wilson who already knows the offense. I don't think Jeff Wilson's been impressive in San Francisco, but you've got a guy who immediately knows your offense, and that's important.
Yeah, I agree with you. We need a fourth running back now with so many guys banged up. I was going to ask you how they felt about Mike Boone and Shamklin as well, but you don't seem to think that those guys are going to be in the mix.
I don't know. Maybe one on the practice squad. I mean, keep in mind the practice squads. You could. I think it's four veterans that have vested experience. You could stash them there. And obviously you have to have a competitive offer because like you tried to put Chris Brooks on the practice squad. What was it, a year ago, and he signed a better deal with greater opportunity in Green Bay. So it's not a one-way street. But Steve Ross has never, been shy about offering money. And if it comes down to money, I don't think that's going to be an issue for the Dolphins. It probably comes down to more of opportunity.
Yeah. So overall, I try not to read into that game. I know Jacksonville had a lot of 1s and 2s that did not play.
Yeah.
And so I tried not to get too involved. But I got to tell you what a nice teaser it was to see defensively some of the things potentially they could be doing, man, when you saw those guys out there. And it was great, by the way, seeing Jalen Phillips out there with Bradley Chubb and and also chop, and you're like, oh boy, all the different things. I know Jordan Brooks was out and Kenneth Grant were out, but boy, it could be a fun defense to watch with that front seven.
Oh, yeah. I think that was the first time I ever saw that Anthony Weaver plans to utilize them in waves. The interior defensive linemen, along with the pass rushers, they were in waves, Joe, and maybe even the cornerbacks in waves. So this is not going to be everybody, you're a starter, you go out there and you play 900, 1,000 snaps. This is going to be a situation where it seems like they're going to try to keep everybody fresh and playing specific roles. So until injury set in. But yeah, it was quite interesting to see how Weaver utilized his units.
All right. Hey, thank you, Omar. I know you got a busy day today and tomorrow trying to figure out what's going to happen and what might be coming into town and what might be going out and everything else. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully we got some trades. Trader Greer, that's the one thing he's actually good at in his job. So hopefully we can execute some trades.
Well, you trust him to get those offensive linemen, or you want him to stay away and let somebody else do that for him, or what?
Oh my God, yeah, no, that there's a blind spot in his life. It's offensive lineman. He can't judge people over 300 pounds on offense.
All right. You're done. You're done taking shots. That's it, Omar. Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on. All right.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, man. Take care. Baptist El South Florida. Boy, they're busy. Man, they're busy with the Miami Dolphins. I can tell you that. Baptist El South Florida. We are lucky, though. We have one of the best sports medicine programs in the country right here in our backyard, Baptist El South Florida. Boy, they have put together top 50 sports medicine program in the country. And here's how you do it. You get a whole bunch of top specialists that they have right now, an all-star team of doctors with lots of experience for the knee specialist, shoulder specialist, foot and ankle specialist, hand specialist, back specialist, hip and knee replacement doctors, and Achilles. They've seen it all, man. They have. They know how to fix it. Again, when you go in there, you don't have to go, have you ever seen anything this bad? Yeah, every day we see it like 19 times. And with that, by the way, people ask me what teams are, where the pros go. And I go, Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, FIU, FAU, all of them are using Baptist Health South Florida doctors. And, hey, it's about not only team doctors, about the great results you get with those specialists that we're talking about. With 3 great facilities to go to, Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, been around for a long, long time. And at Hard Rock Stadium, right next to the training facility for the Miami Dolphins, and 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. Just visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. One goal every day about getting you healthy, back out playing the team or individual sports you love the most. TV against a really good Notre Dame team, one of the top teams in the country as well. And on top of that, the little more than 24 hours from now, 4 o'clock tomorrow, the Miami Dolphins have to be down to 53 guys. And the following day, they'll be putting together a little practice squad and maybe adding some more guys to their 53 and releasing some guys. And so it's going to be a crazy next, honestly, 3 or 4 days, putting everything finally together. Then you have the week off, the weekend off, no football game. Then the following week, Miami Dolphins open against the Colts. So have that and find out how everything goes. I expect, I can't remember last time, I said it before, that the Miami Dolphins in their opener could have 5 rookies, draft picks. Hell, we're usually talking about free agents, but 5 draft picks. 5 of the 7 draft picks could actually be starting or playing a big role on offense or defense. It's just crazy. It's good. By the way, it's great. I'd much rather do that than bring a guy that's been, on special teams for the last 3 years and out of the league a little bit and back, and we sign him, and he's been a great story. Those are great, but you've seen the best of those guys. They're not all of a sudden going to get young and really good again. So I'm all for the upside of draft picks, play them, and they have played a lot of football in the 3 preseason games. It's been mostly about those young guys, and we've seen growth. We've seen a lot of growth, especially in those defensive tackles. Zeke Biggers and Jordan Phillips have gotten a lot better from all the playing time. And Jason Marshall now moves from corner to inside slot corner, where he'll cover inside and can do containment and everything else. He's big guy, 6 feet, a little more than 200 pounds. So that's been a nice story. And, of course, my favorite is Ollie Gordon II, the running back. And, by the way, he's the last man standing right now because he was the only healthy guy they had for that game. So he started, played a lot, 8 carries, 43 yards. And I do agree, Omar brought it up, that he doesn't know everything that's going on, hasn't figured it out where you feel comfortable with everything. But I know one thing, you can put some running plays in there and he'll go get it for you. So I hope, I'm guessing he'll suit up and be ready to go. But he's earned some carries, man. He has earned some playing time. There's no question about it for me, short of just absolutely still clueless about everything going on once you put in a game plan. He should play. He should get some playing time. We're waiting on Achane, and we're waiting on Jalen Wright to find out what's going on there. And I just feel like we are a guy short, and we need another running back. We need to probably sign another running back that we feel comfortable with. I thought we were a guy short when camp started. I was like, oh, we don't have enough guys. Then on top of that, you get right off the bat, you lose Madison. He goes out for the season. Hopefully he's okay, a neck injury. But you've lost Achane, and Wright goes down limping off the field the other day, but during a practice. And so here you are, very shorthanded at the running back position. So hopefully you can get that thing worked out. Hey, man, I feel good about Malik Washington. I think he's going to catch a lot more than 20 footballs this year in the slot. A lot of things they can do for him. And most importantly, Tua is really confident and trusts the guy. That's pretty clear. He really likes throwing short passes, chain movers that Malik has been able to do the last couple of preseason games. A nice play to get in the end zone in that last game. And so those are just some of the stories. Hey, offensive line. I don't know if I go as far as Omar does, calling them trash. And it is weird that they're in this situation. So I know Omar doesn't want to hear this, but they've already made up their mind that some of those guys that he's not crazy about, and I understand why, probably going to be on this team. There's a good chance Daniel Brunskill is going to be on this team. I'm guessing there's a good chance Keon Smith is going to be on this team. Now, I'm not saying it's where you want to be with the backups. He's not a Larry Borum fan who has played a lot of football. Big number 79 has played a lot because Austin Jackson has been injured the whole time. I don't feel good about our starting five staying healthy. Austin just coming back, and hopefully he can hold up. But we need to, so it's funny. I was talking, and I paused for a second here on this. So Woody, we have coaches that do fall in love with guys because they work hard. I think he's getting better. I love his attitude. That's the kind of guy you want around. But sometimes I wonder if assistant coaches don't get blind because they're try hard. Remember, Chris Greer made a comment last year, and it stuck with me, and I felt like it was coming from Butch Berry, the offensive line coach. You get those guys, they do whatever you tell them to do. Not necessarily really good at it, but they'll practice. They practice. They're hurt. Offensive linemen, man, if they're out of a game, their ass is really hurting because those guys play hurt. They get beat up. They get abused. They get blamed. All this stuff. But I remember Chris Greer saying, I love that room. I love that room. He couldn't argue about the talent, but those are the guys I want to go to. I want to go to war with those guys. Those are and you're like, ooh, but you didn't hit. Can they play? I appreciate you love them, and they're the first guys there. You don't have any drama with them, and they do what you tell them. But are they good enough?
Isn't that their big thing, though, right? That everyone gets along? Like that's been the big thing, right? Ever since, Mike took over and everything, everyone's got to be friendly and get along and all that kind of stuff. That's important to them.
But you're never going to get all these personalities from all over the place. You're never going to
No, when you have one that you don't like, it doesn't mesh, you dump them, right? Like Jalen Ramsey. You gave him all that money, and you didn't like his personality afterwards, and you dump him.
Some of the stories, but that's shame on us still. Look, it's done. I'm over him. But he didn't change like overnight.
No.
When he got here, he was the same guy that he was when you go, we got to trade him. He didn't just get here. And I was talking to Jacksonville guys. They go, you found out, huh? I go, yeah, we did. Yeah, we found out, but, we look a little stupid doing it. But, yeah, we finally got it done. But I just going back, this is a little different situation of, I don't mind you falling in love with those, and I get those guys, all of them. They do what you say. They're there. They play. Hey, I need you to play the whole game. No problem. But can you play? At the end of the day, do you see talent? Not just the guy works hard. I love him in our room. He fits in so nicely. Can he play? Can he play? Because he's going to have to play. Not the good guy stuff and not, hey, one of the great team guys we have. And some of this, again, you're not going to get 53 perfect team guys that want to go out and eat with you and hang out with you. You're going to get some different dudes, man. We had some different dudes on our team. We had some guys that I never would hang out with. They were different. And that's okay because not all personalities, but the one goal we had every weekend was everybody wanted to win. Everybody was together. But outside of that, that didn't mean we were hanging out. That didn't mean the wives liked each other. That didn't mean, you did one thing after the games and I like to do another and we'll never be close. That's okay. Long as on game day, you can play as a team. That's all that matters. Hey, we got to go to break here. Got a lot more stuff to get to. Got 9 o'clock hour coming up here and a lot more we want to cover here. University of Miami now. Less than a week away, man, from first game against Notre Dame. My God, they are jumping into it, man. Big way at home, Hard Rock Stadium. If you're looking for tickets, don't call me. I'm out of it and out of that business for good. Atlantic Men's Clinic, I'm not out of that business. No. I didn't say you guys now. Don't get confused there. Atlantic Men's Clinic, I believe in. See, I had ED and low T, and I had it. Of course I had it. My friggin' age, of course I had it. Tired all the friggin' time, no energy, started like, I'll work out tomorrow or maybe the next day, but I'm still going to eat the same amount of food, so I gained that 20 pounds that I'm just dying to gain so I can have that belly, and I don't fit in any of my clothes. I did it. Man, and then on top of that, that part I was okay with, But then the sex drive was gone, nothing happening in the bedroom. And I was like, ooh, I don't like this. That wife of mine's still looking good. I don't, oh, no, no, no. Well, thank God I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic and I got great results. I got such good results. I want to tell every guy out there that might be going through this in their 40s, 50s, 60s. Hey, bottom line is ED and low T is going to happen to every guy out there. Doesn't matter who you are, black or white, anywhere in between, it's going to happen. And when it does, what are you going to do about it? Well, I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic and I got on the program. I got the PSA test done, met with their professionals, and they looked at all my numbers and put me on a program to get me great results quickly. And that's what this is all about, getting you back like it used to be 15 or 20 years. No more hit and miss. No more days where you're dragging all the time. You will feel a lot better. 7 locations now, brand new one in Hollywood. You're going to have great results when you go there. You're going to feel comfortable. You don't have to worry about being embarrassed because every guy's there is going through the same thing you're going through. 877-455-7300. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Get more information, but I will tell you, man, it is first class, and Atlantic Men's Clinic, it works.
Sports.
This update is brought to you by Darrell Hyundai, the number one Hyundai store in the nation. Just went full beast mode. Darrell Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous, the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. It's game week for the Miami Hurricanes. Will host Notre Dame on Sunday night in a top 10 matchup to open up the season. Sunday's game kicks at 7:30 from Hard Rock and can be heard right here on 104.3 WQAM with our countdown to kickoff beginning at 3. And the Marlins, who avoided the sweep, beating the Blue Jays 5-3. Next up, Miami hosts Atlanta for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. And, Joe, we do have a giveaway that we would like to get to
right now.
You're ready. Right now?
Right now. What do you have for us?
The Miami International Auto Show is coming to
show.
the Miami Beach Convention Center at the end of September. We've got a chance for you to win a 4-pack of tickets right now. I will go caller number
3.
All right, 305-567-0560.
Or do you want to go the 5 in honor of the 53-man roster?
Or said
5?
3 already,
All
so
right,
let's just stick
3.
with 3. There's also a 3 in 53.
That's true.
So, we'll go caller number 3, the Miami International Auto Show at the Miami Beach Convention Center, Joe.
It's a good one, man. We got a lot of good stuff going on. The card show. It's so funny you're talking about that card show, and I saw that card, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan card together, signed, and obviously the card going for that much money. If somebody would have told you at any point in your life, there's a card out there that's worth, what'd you say, $12.8 million?
12.9, I think.
$12.9 million.
Beating out the Mickey Mantle, which was at 12.6. It's the most expensive card in history.
Man.
I'm surprised it's that one.
I'm wondering in the 60s. I was around the 60s, Woody, yes. In the 60s, when I was collecting cards, some of the guys I must have had. Oh, my God. And I was collecting. If I had money, I was getting cards. I was getting bubble gum cards. I was getting them. A bunch of them.
We still got to look through your stuff, man. We'll find some.
I don't have any of those.
We'll
all
find
those
some treasure. You don't know that.
But but all my cards from a kid were thrown out. As soon as my parents moved, the cards didn't make the cut.
Mm-hmm.
I had them in a big old box. Isn't it funny you remember? I remember putting everything, go to college, parents move, and go home one day, and I go, hey, you got any of those old cards? I got a little time. I'm just going to sit and look at them tonight. Because you never get tired of looking at your old cards through the years. I just didn't think there's any value. Now I look and I realize, holy crap, you never know. You might have a $20 card.
Yeah, that was an insane sale, though, almost $13 million.
Jeez. And how about, what's weird for me? Because some of those guys live down here like Tom Brady, and MJ lives up in Jupiter. Hell, he's got his own development up there, his own golf course. He picks who gets to play at the golf course and who gets the lots to build on. And there's not very many because he's living up there and stuff. That we got living athletes making that their stuff is worth that kind of money.
So someone sent this in earlier, and I guess this was on CNBC this morning, that Kevin O'Leary is one of the people that put money in to buy the card.
Wow.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I do. I
Mr.
watch the
Wonderful.
show. Yeah, I watch the show. Yeah.
He's the one no one likes to do the deals
I don't
with.
know. I like that show. I don't know. For some reason,
that show's great, Shark Tank.
I love that show. I love when they go
But everybody
back and
wants
forth.
to do the deal with Mark. Nobody wants to do deals with him or what's the other guy? Robert.
Yeah.
Robert seems nice.
But they're always trying. Listen, they're trying to get a great deal. They must have some companies that have done really well. Some of those things, right?
Haven't you seen that little sponge, the Scrub Daddy?
No.
Not that you go shopping, but like that thing's everywhere. That was on
Go ahead
Shark
and ask
Tank.
me next. When was the last time I was at a Publix? Go ahead.
I know the last time you were at a Publix. I think I was with you. Remember we went to buy all those bottles of wine? That was like 10 years ago.
Was that 10 years ago?
Yeah, I think that might be the last time.
I know
you were there.
she's does not like to go with me when she gets groceries.
Yeah,
I go,
I
hey,
imagine.
look, I got some time. You want to hang out a little bit? She goes, no.
You're probably not helpful there.
No.
Yeah.
Not that's so the second part of the story I didn't tell you about after this ticket thing, and I'm done with it after today. So the wife of the guy that told me he didn't want the tickets after I got them said he thought they were going to be in a different section down in the lower bowl and not in the corners. He thought I was going to get at least somewhere between the 20-yard lines. And I go, okay, well, listen, I'm going to keep them because I'm not going to fight about this. You asked me 3 weeks ago. You bugged me about it. Now, all of a sudden, you don't want them. That's fine. So I told the guy, if you didn't know, I told the guy, look, do me a favor, don't ever ask me for tickets again for any event, not the Florida Gators in Miami. I know that's a special game, but ever. And second of all, do me a favor and just lose my number for a while. I just need a break from you. I didn't think that was mean. I just go, I need a break, and don't text me, because sometimes you text somebody, you feel like you got to text them back, and I don't want to text you back. Anyway, the wife now, so I didn't think anything of it. It was just done. I thought it was guy to guy. So the wife, now my wife's got no idea this
Is that how you got ratted out? The wife went to your wife?
Yes, well, partially.
Fantastic.
After that.
By the way, congrats to Gabriel from Pompano.
Way to go, Gabe. Good stuff. So not that anybody's ever had any drama in their life or anything. So it was done with me. I was just like, I hope the guy gives me a break. I really don't want to see him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be cool about this because I got rid of the tickets. Not like I got burned, but I went out of my way to start with to get you tickets. So now his wife texts my wife and says, hey, why was Joe so upset with my husband? You know, we don't want it to be like this. And so she was trying to patch everything up, and, hey, we'd love to get to dinner this weekend because we got the extra time off. And so my wife goes, what'd you do?
Yeah.
Because now it got flipped around a little bit without all the facts. And I go, well, first of all, like, you shouldn't be, like, I don't want you involved in it. Like, this stuff is stupid. The fact that he told his wife because he's such an ass clown. But, like, there's no reason for. So I told her what happened. She goes, well,
who did she side with?
No, she just said, I it's the way I handle things.
Better, yeah.
Like, why would you tell somebody, please leave me alone for a while? I just need a time and don't ask me. But I wanted to make my point. Like, you can't. But
now that the facts are out, or you've told us the story, do you understand what the guy's point of view was?
No.
Like why he was let down?
Do
you understand?
Down? Why?
I told you why, because he probably expected that you.
Or we're going to sit together on the 50?
No, but I'm guessing that he expected
on the visitor
that you
side
would get tickets that you would use, or that you would give to your family or something. Maybe he thought he was close enough with you that he's maybe considers you family. And he was Joe wouldn't stick his family in the
So
in
you
the
know
corner.
What? I give you what I thought. Here, I'm just going to say this about the guy because he could be listening. First of all, I'm guessing because I really don't care. First of all, I'm guessing he thought they might be free. Second of all, he thought there'd be a discount, a big discount that I get the Joe Rose discount, which is not true, not true. Mm-hmm. That's not the case. And the third thing is he probably thought they're going to be really, really good tickets. Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a money issue. It seems more like a seating issue.
But as soon as he said no, or no, now listen, he did it to second. He goes, well, if you need me to take him, I'll take him. But
what was the understanding going in? Did you just tell the guy he just wants to be in the stadium, or did you tell him you were going to get him something
good?
I
said, I'll get you the best tickets I can get you. I can't make any guarantees.
I mean, again, I understand where he's coming from.
Well, my wife goes, you always do that. You always take things, and instead of just going, hey, I'll take the tickets back and it's fine. You had to get your jabs in there. I go, hell yeah, I had to get my damn jabs in there.
Yeah. And now, he goes, your wife has to pay for it.
Did you have to tell him to lose your phone number? Because then she thinks that there's some issues now. And she goes, do you want to go to dinner with them this weekend, this Friday or Saturday night? I go, no. Why would I want to do that? No.
Oh, boy.
I want to be with you.
Now you're going to have to.
No, I told her, I want to be with you.
I'm sure she bought that. So you're going to go to dinner, I assume?
No, I'm not. No, I'm really not.
Okay.
No. No, when you make up your mind,
you show up to dinner. Why don't you present him with some better tickets?
All over those friggin' tickets, man. All over those friggin' tickets that he had to have for the Florida Gators, and they weren't good enough tickets.
So now don't you
can kiss my ass 3 times. I cannot believe that.
But just lie to him next time and just say, oh, I'm going to look into it for you. And don't check.
Listen to
and
you.
then just,
Listen to you, cheapo. All right, listen.
Don't check and just get back to him and say, look, there's nothing I can do. This game's it's just too popular.
That's what I should have said. You're right.
Yeah. I'm a cheapo. That would have been the right way to handle it.
That's what I should have said. I just should have said, hey, man, I can't get tickets. That's why my new thing is this year is I can't get tickets. My cousin called me from California, can't get tickets.
Your cousin?
Cousin, can't get tickets.
Jeez. You've gotten cold, man.
Can't get tickets. Hey, no, stop right now. Raider games can't get tickets.
That's tough.
Go ahead, start. Just start to ask me for something.
Well, how does it
Can't
work?
get tickets.
How does it work with the Dolphins, though? Do you get to choose where you sit by price level, or like how does that work?
I don't get tickets.
I have to buy them, but
no, I said I can't get tickets. Now. That's my new thing. I can't get tickets.
Okay. No one's gonna believe you.
Can't get tickets. New England Patriots opener, home opener. Can't get tickets. They're out. They're done. They're done. There's
Just
no
stop
show.
buying people crap seats. It won't go so poorly.
By the way, what do you think's a hotter ticket? The I have no idea. The Notre Dame or the Florida Gator game?
Oh, that's a great question.
I'm guessing Gators. And you saw what Notre Dame did for that national championship game. They could have filled it up twice. Hell, they had enough people outside to fill it up a second time.
Don't you think Notre Dame?
Those little drunk kids who were there puking on the side over by my car. Huh?
Notre Dame's got to be traveling pretty heavily, I would think, for this game.
There's Catholics everywhere. There's a loyalty from Catholics to Notre Dame all over. Now, I will tell you, UM Catholics don't like Notre Dame Catholics very much. That's a different deal.
UM Catholic, okay.
That's the only divide in the country, though, because there's a lot of Notre Dame Catholics that think we are the devil down here. We're bad Catholics for being UM fans.
The devil, huh?
Yeah, the devil.
That's what they think? $200, by the way, right now to get in on Sunday.
There you go. 200. Go get them.
Gator game's right around the same, give or take.
There you go. About the same.
About the same. But these are like Joe Roast seats. Like if you want good seats, they're going to cost you like 3 or 4 times that.
Okay. Thank you, Woody, for that update.
No problem.
Appreciate that. We been all over the board today, and can't wait to see what Carson Beck looks like. And by the way, in fairness to Carson Beck, his guys got to get open, and they're going against a really good secondary. Some think it's the best secondary in college football. Just to give you an idea, it's not like I hear it's a pretty good. No, they got a first rounder back there in the secondary. They got a guy from Alabama now that transferred in the second. They got really good players, and I got this thought that Joshua Moore and Malachi Toney can be a big part of this, man. How cool would that be? 2 true freshmen from down here get off to a great start. How good would that be?
That would be good.
That'd be a great story, man. Looking for great stories, right? You want to see. Look, the transfer portal's cool, but it's just kind of a one-hit wonder. But you hit on those young, you hit on the Reuben Baines and, right, the Maui Noahs and those guys. You get some of those guys and you got them for a few years, man. Damn, that's great. That's good stuff. That's the stuff I'm talking about, Woody, right there.
Yeah, you're getting crushed on here, by the way, just so you know.
About what?
DC Rob said, how soon before Joe caves in and gets the guy the right tickets and apologizes because your wife said so?
Oh, no, Mrs. Rose is all over peace and love.
You to get
My
the right
wife
seats.
hates drama. My wife just she doesn't follow the sports stuff, and when she gets dragged in, she's automatically my fault most of the time. So most of the time it is. I could handle things a lot better. You know people like that, right, Woody? That
don't handle things well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You handle things well, or
people? No, not really.
Me neither.
I just, like I said, if people ask me, I just tell them I say I'll try for you, and I don't. Because I don't like asking for favors either. It's uncomfortable.
You ask me.
Well, yeah, I ask you. That's different.
Oh, that's right.
Wow,
We work
someone
together.
just call you No Call Harold?
Nope. Don't call me, homie.
Someone wants to know if they get tickets for FIU versus Liberty. Good seats, please.
Yeah.
You have that?
Liberty's got a hell of a team. Yeah, I got you. Hey, we've got to go to break here. I want to tell you about your South Florida Chevy dealers for just a second. When you love a great product and you drive a great product every day, you want to tell the world about it, man. And I'll tell you what, the 2025 Tahoe is a must-tell people about because it's got all the room one man could ever want at 6'4". And it's got so much room, I don't even need all the rest of the room because it's just me most of the time in my Tahoe. And everybody goes, Joe, how come you haven't downsized? Because I like driving my Tahoe. Doesn't matter if it's just me. I get Bo to go sometimes, Big Bo with those long legs. I go, hey, this is nice, isn't it? He goes, yeah, man, this is nice. And the all-new Equinox, our midsize SUV. I love telling everybody about the all-new Equinox, convenient driver tech, unbelievable look, plenty of room for family and friends. We got you covered. How about the electric Equinox SUV, too? Woody just jumped in one of those bad boys. They're nice. You're going to enjoy it. I'm telling everybody, we got 14 dealerships throughout South Florida, whether you're looking for the big, comfortable Tahoes and Suburbans to the Traverse to the all-new Equinox family, we got something for everybody that you are absolutely going to love. And never, ever forget about a Silverado truck. Strong, durable Silverado trucks. It's like they've custom-made a truck absolutely perfect for your lifestyle. See your South Florida Chevy dealers today for outstanding offers that are going on right now. 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Take a test drive. I promise you this. If you haven't been to a Chevy dealer for a while, you will fall in love at your South Florida Chevy dealers when you see all the new SUVs.
Sports lives here. 104.3 FM.
Tribune Show live August 30th.
And welcome back here. Happy Monday to everybody out there. It's a good week, man. A lot of stuff going on. Cutting this Dolphins team down to 53 and seeing what they add, if anything. I know a lot of people, and we had Omar on earlier, and Omar says we need to basically get a whole backup offensive line. They're not going to do that. First of all, let me tell you, if they just kept Larry Borum and got rid of everybody else, it would be, first of all, the talent evaluation would just literally, if Butch Berry goes, I got to get rid of all these guys, they can't play, and I'll keep Larry Borum and maybe Daniel Brunskill, or, when I get Eichenberg back, I'll take him. But outside of that, I need some more. It would be fireable for a GM to like you didn't give them more talent than that. You overlooked the position that much. Like, they must feel like some of these guys can play at a high enough level to help them win football games. There's no way you just sign with guys and go, here's a can't play guy, here's a can't play guy, here's a can't play guy. I think the cornerback position, when they said these are the guys we're going to keep, they weren't lying. Now, they might add another guy. I don't know how healthy Ethan Bonner is. I think that's kind of a big part of this, and his hamstring. But maybe one guy, but I don't know, man. I think running back, definitely one offensive lineman if they get the right guy. It's hard for me to imagine. Hey, listen, we played with 9 guys last year. If you think we're making too big a deal about this, we got to a point against the Houston Texans. We had to play with backup tackles at both ends. Now, one of those backup tackles, don't get me wrong, turned out to be a really great story in Patrick Paul. They hit a jackpot on that second-round pick. He's going to be really, really good. Really, really good. I'm not saying he won't give up a sack from time to time, but his ass is he's come to find out he's not only really good, but he's got makeup. He's got a mean ornery, and he will tell you, and all that stuff. Like, man, I see other teams have him. We got one of those guys. That's this guy. So anyway, we'll see what the Dolphins do today, tomorrow. And I'll give you another one to think about. Teams downplaying it. If you watch that last preseason game, I wasn't a big fan of watching Jake Bailey kick off. And I thought at first, well, they just want to see if he can kick it off a little better than Jason Sanders, which still didn't make sense because Jason Sanders can put the ball pretty much wherever he wants. But I played along, and then he kicked or tried a field goal. He missed it. And I was like, something's not right. I mean, Jake Bailey's doing everything. And so come to find out, they're saying, Jason Sanders, how hurt is he? Let me tell you, the injury that kickers usually get is a groin. I hope it's not that. I'm not doing gloom and doom. I just, every injury, we downplay every injury. That's what coaches do and stuff. And so I hope all these guys that they said he'll be back, Austin Jackson, he'll be back for the opener. Devon Achane, he'll be back for the opener. I hope he should be back for the opener are ready for the opener against the Colts. I hope so. I hope that is the case. But anyway, the other story coming out, and as you know, I like the high school football stuff, and I don't know if we'll have another one where all 4 of our top teams in South Florida play in national games, but we had it. They played 2 California teams, and St. Francis Academy. I was shocked to see him beat Chaminade so badly, 42-13, 28-7 at the half, and it just continued. And St. Francis was big and strong, and yes, they're big and strong. 318 yards rushing against Chaminade, just to give you an idea. The biggest surprise to me was not St. Thomas losing to the number one team in the country. Orange Lutheran out of California went into Trask Powell and beat Northwestern. Larry Bluestein loved this Northwestern team. I hadn't seen him play. So the Big Four, American Heritage Plantation, the only win of the top four teams, and they had a big comeback to do it, down 28-0 at the half. Came back, scored 31 points. Mike Smith and the gang over there, American Heritage Plantation, had a great comeback to win that game, kicked a 40-yard field goal. But, yeah, three of our nationally ranked teams went boom, down. Right off the bat, played a tough team in that Broward national series they have set up that did not go that well for our teams down here. By the way, all of our teams got off. Some of them were rain delays, I know, but man, everybody. The other team had the rain delay too, so I'm not sitting here blaming that, but man, slow starts. I think Matter Day was up 26-3. American Heritage was down 28-0. And Chaminade was down 28-7. Boy, you talk about some slow starts, like have to get a little caffeine in those kids before they get ready to play any more games. Anyway, schedule can't continue to be that hard. Matter of fact, I think American Heritage Plantation plays Chaminade this week. So two of those teams, somebody's, well, not going 0-2, but Chaminade could go 0-2 if they lose that game to American Heritage Plantation. All right. So anyway, we got a lot more stuff coming up here in the show. We are going to have Mario Cristobal from University of Miami join us. We're going to talk to Coach about the game. Notre Dame's loaded. Notre Dame is absolutely loaded with talent, and there's a reason. They didn't just make them one of the top 10 teams in the country because they're Notre Dame. They've got this Jeremiah Love, this running back. A lot of people think he's the best running back in the country, and a lot of people think they have the best defensive secondary in the country, going against a bunch of young, inexperienced, and a couple of transfer portal receivers. So we'll talk to Coach about all that coming up in just a moment. Stay with us.
Sports lives here. 104.3 FM. WQAM. Miami's sports leader.